Oh, Monkey's live. Monkey time, monkey time, monkey time. Monkey time, monkey time. Let's watch some monkey.
Originally today that was going to be rain, so outdoors in the field, so I'm kind of glad we didn't end up doing it. But hello, welcome to Generational Welsh, and Pete's getting his stream set up too.
I think it's good now.
He's good.
I think each day
Hello.
I'm going to add more Welsh clothing to my...
What's the today? Oh, the beanie?
The beanie.
Wait, can you show the viewers your beanie?
What do you mean show them?
No, close up.
Yep, sure, I proudly...
No, just because it's
Look at that.
questionable quality.
I don't want them to see that close, because that might tie into my lineage. Questionable quality. That's the theme of today,
That's going to be the motto, yeah. So, we are in your hometown of, your grandma Betty's hometown of Merthyr Tydfil.
That's right.
Minas Tirith, as you keep calling it, from Lord of the
He's in
Rings.
his grandma's hometown.
Once walked by my ancestors.
That's so cool.
So, the reason why we're on this peculiar angle is because Paul is going to get a drone up. Because do you want to kind of show you what?
In this.
Yeah, it's not too bad.
Wait, you can fly the drone in rain like this? Is that okay?
An older town in southern Wales.
Yes.
Where my grandmother was born in 1921 or something ridiculous.
Wow.
It might be 1921. That's right.
Okay.
And then she lived here for most of her, as far as I know.
Yeah.
Wow.
And then she met my grandfather.
Yeah.
She gallivanted across the United States, settled in Joplin, Missouri. They had my
Hang on,
dad,
a drone?
and then he had
Oh.
me. And now I'm back home.
You're back home. Does it feel good?
I feel like, I'm not going to say this is all mine, but I'm going to say I feel
You really sound
a
British
connection.
now. You're really role-playing this Britishness really well.
I feel that there's a spiritual grounding
did
that I've
they do
had
it during
when getting here.
Cyclothon in the rain?
Yeah, it's gonna. I think you're gonna
I
be
like
excited,
this.
and also
I like
we'll be able
this
to
weather.
see the whole view of the town from the drone really
like
well
this
because it's
weather.
kind of built into
I
like
like
a
this
valley,
weather.
or on top, about to be on top of the
I won't
valleys.
If I'm
apologize.
not wrong,
really
this is a coal mining town,
I love
yes.
drizzle.
and it has not been for a while.
Cozy.
No.
And you're going to tell me,
Cozy
because you
drizzle.
hired a genealogy, although you called it a geologist,
Did I call them the geologist?
last night.
Oh,
we had a few
gosh.
glasses of wine.
I think the wine must have got some.
Well, the study of old bones and rocks, sediment. Sure, my family. But so you hired a genealogy expert, and
Yes.
you have some information that details my Welsh history.
Not some,
Wow.
more than some.
So that Royals hat that I wear, that you mentioned that.
Okay, first of all, not royalty. Let's just. I hate to spoil that.
Well, there's no Welsh
we-
king for 800
Okay,
years.
I just think it was pretty obvious that you are not royalty.
I think it's pretty obvious that I sensed some jealousy and some.
There's no jealousy.
I mean,
okay?
if one of us was an accidental king,
It would be me. I came here in first class. You came in,
which is the perfect hero's journey. The king that was promised was not you, but it was your
Return of the
friend
King.
Pete all along.
Right.
So yeah, I think, and my middle name is Charles, which is kingly. Not that we like him here in Wales, but
not at all this time.
no, not anymore.
Oh.
Not after they took my claim to the throne. Those damn Tories. It's the only words I know.
Damn Tories! Wow,
I don't even know.
You do sound Welsh.
I'm just trying to learn as much as
What
I
that
can off
mean?
of Grok. So I studied some terms, and
Okay, you've brocked up.
so this to me is the most exciting day. I loved the festival yesterday,
It's a lot of
but
fun.
I have an old book that when my grandmom passed, it got sent to me.
And I think after we have a look at the drone, I think we should talk a bit about what you know,
Yeah.
and then I can kind of fill you in and hopefully paint the picture better about what this
so
town used to be
cool.
like, what Betty's life and what Betty's relatives
I would love
like.
to learn more
It's pretty
about
exciting.
My
my
relatives.
family.
Well,
in
your
Puerto
relatives
Rico.
I
to be
wore
That'd
the
be pretty
nicest clothes
cool.
I had other than the jeans. I have a
See how
card,
far
not this,
back
but
we go.
underneath this.
Wait,
I have
when do I get to see it?
Where we're
Well, it's not
from.
that nice,
Okay.
but I have
Okay.
an LL Bean shirt. That was a gift. Well, it was a hand-me-down.
Oh.
I have a cardigan, and
Oh, nice.
I put on my best deodorant, so I could feel like I'm ready for all of my. I wonder what they did. I assume if they're not royalty, criminals, vagrants.
The apple often doesn't fall far from the tree.
I feel that I've overstepped what my family's limitations were.
No.
Historically.
Yeah, I think you've overperformed. No, we'll see though. It'll be a lot of fun, and I think Paul's just.
I can't wait.
Oh, okay, we're ready, Paul.
All right,
all
Paul,
good.
send her to the
Send it,
sky.
Paul. Let's find out. What do they say when the
see, let's
apes
see.
take to the sky?
When the apes take to the sky. That's what they say. That's what we
The
say.
apes are
Final
gonna take
Fantasy
to the
14.
sky.
So yeah, we're going to drone up now. Chat, and we'll show you a little bit. Yeah, very murky, but very true to Wales.
But I will be the sun that shines brightly through Wales after I learn my lineage. I can't wait. Like, I'm so excited for this. I do need to switch to a rain jacket.
Don't
This
give
is
them your
pissing
blood.
down
They might
rain.
Well, we
clone
have an
you. You
umbrella
must
for a reason.
copyright your DNA.
Well done.
I'm
We
not
have an
gonna
umbrella
give
for it.
no.
Well done.
I'm not gonna give my blood to no corporation. If I ever do any
Novel,
genealogy
novel.
test, I'm
I'm
gonna go see an
really
actual
leaning into it.
genealogist.
Okay, I think I'll. Are you gonna?
I'm gonna see an
Well, I'm
actual
probably
gene
gonna be
doctor. I'm not gonna go through a dumb corporation.
Okay,
Cool.
and you're going to my second ingest, right? Okay.
Is that also me? Or is this going to be a Connor exclusive?
Unfortunately, yeah, it's going to be a Connor exclusive.
All
But
right.
I mean, look, they can.
Will this
click on
still
one.
be-
Yeah, they'll still see us. Yeah, they'll be seeing us go like.
Genealogist.
Oh, this is crazy. So on my
Genealogist.
channel, I guess you'll see our dumb faces.
Genealogist.
But on
Well,
Connor's channel,
yeah, you can see the
it'll
drone.
be the drone shot.
yeah.
So I recommend going to Connor's
No,
channel.
no. I recommend watching Pete because watching our reaction to the drone is more important than the drone.
Dual screen that one. There you go.
All right, it's going up.
Ooh.
I'm excited.
I
You
wanna
just have to see what awaits on the drone.
I have
I'll pull it
dreamt
up on
of
the
this my
stream
whole
as
life.
well.
By the end of today, will you be calling me Strider or some cool like nickname of? I just can't imagine that we were circus performers or some sort of layabouts.
I'll swap it.
Come around here and look at it.
Circus performers?
Oh, I can look on the stream though as well, though. Okay. Sure. So we stay in front of the camera at least for Pete's stream. All right.
I should make sure I even turned it on.
Maybe you want to switch over?
Oh, look out, Wales.
Is that a castle?
All right.
Whoa!
We should have a view of beautiful Master Tidwell. Look at that. So
My
that-
God.
That is the. It is, well, we'll talk about what this is when we go into there later. But as you can see, the valleys and all the towns laid across.
This is all Mother Tidville.
Yes.
This whole thing.
Yeah, Master Tidwell's quite big.
Wow.
It's a castle.
But you can see how beautiful it looks.
And this is I guess we're standing right around this.
Yeah, we're behind
Castle
this
Manor?
currently. Yeah.
Whoa.
Oh, right behind me.
Yeah, it's like a beautiful manor. And then the
Look at all
town
the
is really
green.
stunning.
Look at these hills.
You know, in summer this would look
Whoa.
really, really good in summer. Like
Well, this is the first day of
beautiful
spring.
but you can see all the fog in the distance. Like it's it's very stunning.
Oh, this is gorgeous.
And it's all yours. You own it all. I'm kidding. No, you own nothing.
I might own some of the debt,
Some of the dead.
but my grandmother was born here 100 years ago.
Yeah, this is Merthyr Tydfil.
102 years ago.
Yeah, and despite it being considered one of the rougher places in Wales, I mean, still,
Did it used to be in
beautiful.
her heyday? Was it idyllic?
we'll talk all about that. We'll talk all about that. We'll talk.
I'm about to
Wow.
the map.
You live near a castle?
Man, look at that. That's so beautiful.
That is
One day
extraordinary.
That's
I'll live in a castle.
Damn.
I'm just kidding. I'm never gonna live in a castle.
Wow.
Yeah, this is it. Look at all of that.
What is all
I
of
can't even
this?
clean
Is
my
this
room.
like
If
some
I
sort
lived
of
in
a-
here, it would be
lake.
haunted
For the
in
manor.
5
You can't have
days.
a manor without a lake. You have to have a lake.
You have
But yeah,
haunted
really
castle
beautiful.
The
house?
United Kingdom of like England and Scotland and
Haunted
Wales,
by
they have nothing on
trash?
Mother Tydfil and its natural beauties. And its resources
God.
powered the revolution, the industrial one. And look at it.
Look at that. That's so beautiful. Damn.
We should do a cyclothon just through this town. Yeah, because look at
Just do
it.
15
there's-
laps. No, it's stunning.
What do you think, Ian? As a yeah,
That's very nice. That's pretty. That's pretty. So you can see we're kind of in the like trough of the valley, and it goes up on both sides, and the town's kind of built into
What-
it.
so the mines were. Where was the industrial zone? You reckon?
I think all of it was.
Wow.
I think most of it was an industrial area. I mean, we'll talk more about it.
I mean, it was the largest Tesco I've ever seen in my life.
Beautiful.
That's actually not even the biggest.
that powered
Yeah.
90% of the population. Look at this. Look at this little quiet town. Imagine going to a church service and having your friends and colleagues.
So a lot of the houses and the kind of the architecture obviously also inspired a lot of Castle in the Sky from Hayao
What a
Miyazaki,
quiet
all
village,
the
little
houses in that movie were
town,
pretty much
like the
from
one
like kind of Merthyr Tydfil area
before,
design
little
because he got inspiration
full of
from the coal miners who were striking at the time.
little
Oh, wow.
And then that was a whole big thing. This is during like the 80s. So. 80s,
Well,
80s,
sure.
70s.
Well, sorry, wait. We're on wheels.
Very
It's
beautiful.
quite large. I thought, so my image of it was a very small 2-stoplight.
No. It's a big. And it used to be incredibly big.
So there's some pubs here?
No, I don't know the kind of pubs you'd want to go in, but yeah, there's pubs.
But my grandma, she went to pubs. That's where she met Junior.
Yeah, his grandma went to pubs.
She met Junior Mason.
meet
He
the
was
love
a
of your
GI.
life.
I think his name is Sam
Go to a
Adams.
pub. Let's go.
Or Corona, I think.
Peroni.
Peroni, that's her name.
Vera Moretti, my new husband.
I would pay anything. So I mean, imagine
Hey,
being a
Nancy,
GI.
you gotta
and
walk
you
a
just
lot for the
finish your
kitchen.
tour of World War II.
You don't.
You
What
come
do
back
you
to
say?
Wales
You don't
before
want to
you get
live
on
in
the
a
boat.
house where you need
And
a
you
treasure
meet
map to
lovely
find the
Betty,
kitchen.
Betty Phillips.
Yeah, I mean,
And she's
pretty cool.
from royal lineage, and she moves to Joplin, Missouri. What a disaster!
All right, I'll take you guys back to us now.
Wow,
But
great
what
drone
a beautiful
shot.
drone view.
Beautiful.
All right. What a stunning drone view. What a good way
Stunning.
To start.
fully appreciate
Stunning.
the
Stunning.
breadth of Method to Develop.
Stunning.
I would love to know a bit about what you know
Okay.
about your history. Like, where do you know, and hopefully we can fill in the gaps today.
Well, let me mind.
You have a book,
the gap.
right?
I do. I have 3 books, but I only brought 1.
Okay. Hello there, chat.
Hello.
Let's
time
see
is
here.
Oh, we're chilling. So we've about half an hour until the...
Around the grounds for a little?
Yeah, we can... I guess we'll get sorted with this and we'll have a chat.
Do you want me to show you now or later?
Yeah, now would be good because we have quite a lot of time.
Okay.
Meow meow meow.
Take off my Welsh hat.
It is actually quite cold. I might have to put my beanie on. I'm just gonna... Okay, let me see if this holds. Okay, close enough. God, I'm trying to get my head on. There you go.
Stronger hands. Okay. It's already
Meow,
soaked.
meow.
This is my book that when my grandmother passed away, this was given to me. It's
Oh.
Views of Mother Didville,
Might have to
Volume
hold it
3.
closer when you-
Oh, okay. Let me see here.
Oh, shut up.
I'm trying to get the.
If it takes up all the camera, it should... Oh, wait, no, it's the ISO, isn't it? It's stationary. Okay.
There you go. So, so this has a bunch of historical photographs of the town itself
Ooh.
from what it was like when she was born. So
It
there's a
looks
notation
really
here
good.
that says Grandma grew up at 50 John Street. She was born in 1921, so this is a pretty cool picture. I have a picture of Mother Didville, John Street, 1921.
That
So
looks
she
nice.
grew up there near the Hearts of the Oak. Some
It
restaurants.
looks really nice.
It does, right?
It looks really pleasant.
And hold on, I got a picture of me pops. That's a little Americana later. I would like to go to the Myth Tidville Old Town Hall, which was still around in 1990.
Yeah,
They went
Pete
inside there in
Lore goes
1995, and they may have purchased this very book at this place. But I think the further we go back to my grandmother's, look at that, 1923. Mother Tidville is this booming, exciting. I want to go to High Street. That's where there was probably
That's where the Tennessee Fried Chicken was, I think.
oh,
yeah,
the
we just drove through it. It wasn't...
that was High Street.
Yeah, it's kind of
But back
declined.
here, it has
It looks really good 100 years ago.
they have boots. That's your medical place, isn't it? That's been around for 100 years.
That's like the youngest British business.
Wow. Then you have I can't pronounce this. What is this? The Cloudwell. Well, I don't know if I can say
Clwyd
that.
Fagwyd.
Okay.
What'd you call me?
Then we have the Drumhead Service in Pindarren Park. So this was, by my estimation, a well-to-do town. Wait, that's the Catholic
Like your
Church.
estimation.
Yeah, I mean,
Well,
this
look,
looks
any,
like
any town compared to a Missouri town looks well to do.
Lloyd's Bank Limited, 1924. We just passed a Lloyd's Bank.
It might
Lloyd's
have been the
Bank.
same one.
Unbelievable.
Oh, it was the same one.
So High Street, I mean, look, they had drones back in 1929. Illuminati, I knew it. we're acting like this is new tech. It's been there all along. And then there was Thomastown Park. It looks like there's some people playing an early form of tennis or Quidditch.
Yeah.
We have the Burton. Oh, it's a palace of fashion. I probably wouldn't be allowed there.
Yeah.
So all of these
Ooh,
places to
palace
me
of fashion.
are amazing. Then
wanna go
here's what I
there.
know about Grandma Betty, though.
Okay.
So I looked through that. I've been excited. I have her obituary here,
Oh.
and a picture of my dad. But it says on her obituary, Betty Macy, age 99, of Joplin, passed away at 11:17 a.m. Tuesday, May 5th, 2020, at her home after an illness. Betty was born April 19th, 1921, in Mithertydville, South Wales, Great Britain, to the late Lewis Phillips and Sarah Ann Howfield Phillips. My sister's name is Sarah Ann, so now I learned that she was named based off of my grandmother's mother. And she lived in Joplin since 1946. A homemaker, Betty had worked in the bomb factory during World War II. She became a naturalized citizen of the United States in 1959. She was a charter member of the United Nations Club, which was formed for GI brides from countries all over the world.
Whoa.
She was a starting member. That's
Wow.
impressive. I've done nothing in my life.
You started the member of Alcoholics Anonymous in Japan, I think. You're
No, I'm a branch leader.
You're a founding member.
I'm their I'm on their record boards. She was also a member of the Tea Cozies, a group of British ladies. The ladies still meet at least once a month at the British Club. Betty loved these ladies dearly, and the Christmas party at Shirley's home was the highlight of my year. She was a faithful member of Forest Park Baptist Church and was active with the Friends Sunday School class. She loved spending time with her Macy extended family, who loved and adored her. She'll be missed by everyone who knew her. One more thing, is that okay?
She
Make
seemed
it for
like
all
such
if
a
you want.
cool
Betty
woman.
left Great Britain and her Welsh family on December 7th, 1946, to cross the ocean on the RMS Queen Elizabeth. Following 5 days at sea, she landed in New York, and she boarded a train and traveled across the states to San Francisco, where her love was waiting for her. She married Junior Lee Macy. Cool name.
That's a cool name.
I might have to go that path. Junior, that's pretty cool.
Junior is such a cool name that just...
That's awesome.
Yeah, people
What
don't
a
do it anymore.
She married Junior Lee Macy the next day. Can you imagine that? Getting on a boat, traveling cross-continent,
Yeah.
and then getting married.
Yeah.
Somebody
Anyway,
getting married
following...
the next day.
she got married the next day. Yep. He preceded her in death in 1992. So, 1992, I was 9. That's how you were nothing. So,
I was, but a speck of dust.
so I used to go to my
Wasn't even
grandmother
in
and
his
to my
dad's
grandfather's
balls.
house in Joplin, Missouri, every year since I can remember, 5 years old. She always had a bunch of wafers, traditional cooking,
Yeah,
and Werther's Originals. She loved on New Year's, which I spent every year with her. She loved watching the ball drop in the United Kingdom first because they were ahead of us in the time.
Yeah.
And she would tell me stories about how much she loved the United Kingdom. She always had these little tins with cookies and chocolate cakes.
Yeah,
and
that's like a standard.
it's incredible. She
Yeah.
always had a kettle steaming or, or whistling.
That's pretty normal.
And her home, even though it was in Anytown, USA, really did still hold on to the remnants of classic United Kingdom.
Okay.
And I know that in later her life, she hated the United States, much like her grandson. And
What's that? But did you know
oh yes,
that move was such a big deal? It made the local newspaper.
did you know
here.
this?
made the local
Yeah,
newspaper.
so
Wait,
there's a couple of newspaper clippings we dug up.
Oh my
And
God!
here's one of them.
She's in the local paper.
Yeah, so this is when she moved. This was one of the newspaper clippings about Betty.
Wow, it says Murder Bride in San Francisco. It made the
In the
news.
news?
On December 17th at the City Hall, San Francisco,
Wow.
USA, the
Yeah.
wedding took place of Mr. and Mrs. J.L. Macy, Miss Betty Phillips, only daughter. Oh, the only daughter of Mr. and Mrs. L. Phillips. They still lived at John Street, even in 1946. Miss
Wow.
Macy, who is 25 years of age, received her education at Georgetown Senior Girls School and was formerly employed at Messrs. Lines Brothers Old Father. What the hell is that? That's here?
What is that?
Yeah,
This manor?
yeah, that's
part of it,
Well, yeah.
What?
Yeah.
So I do own part of it.
Wait,
No.
The
she-
pay stubs indicate.
This is like you
worked
getting
at that
saying you
manor?
own a portion of my first class flight. You helped build it. You don't.
Well,
Whoa.
wait. They were engaged in 1944. Her husband returned to America some time ago, and he is now demobilized. Are they talking about me, or, or is it demoralized? I
like
can't read.
he's not in the military. He's not. Oh, not
Oh,
like doing
okay.
active duty. Right, I think. That's
Before her departure to join him, I don't know, you can't read that. Betty received many presents from her relatives, friends, and neighbors. Also a gift from her fellow employees, the Lyons brothers. She sailed on the Queen Elizabeth from Southampton.
Oh,
Is that-
I would have thought it was Liverpool, so it's Southampton.
On board, she became friendly with a girl from Somerset who was going to Virginia, and she also met a girl from Swansea who was going to Chicago.
Oh, gosh.
Oh, dear. Trouble brewed
I
already.
was going to make a joke I shouldn't say.
Disembarking at New York, she then went on to San Francisco where her husband met her. They were a quiet one, and the honeymoon was spent in Santa Rosa, California. Mr. and Mrs. Junior Lee Macy now live at Geyserville, which is about 7 miles outside of San Francisco. I didn't know that. I didn't know I had family in California.
So, yeah. We can show the viewers as well, the newspaper.
I will, sorry.
When you're done.
Her husband is
Thanks,
now
Mara.
employed at the Lamson Garage, California. Now, he later opened up his own auto industry, which I have the giant patch of.
California.
That's
cool.
Yeah, it's a really cool logo. It's a big fat head, and I was like, okay. In her letters home, Betty says that she has settled down to her new life and is very happy in her new surroundings. She wishes to be remembered to all, and thanks to everyone for their past kindness, and particularly to Mr. and Mrs. Oscar Williams, where she was employed prior to her factory employment. What a kind woman.
Wow.
She had a thoughtfulness to thank her employers, like I always thank you. I always send special thanks
so
to
cool.
Connor and his family for employing me on twitch.com/. Look at that. Isn't that incredible? This is actually a Kindle, though, not a newspaper, just in case we don't have the original clipping. I'm getting soaked.
Oh, sorry.
That's all right.
Wow.
Okay, so she was beautiful. She was so young. I just can't imagine throwing.
There's also one more.
There's one more. There's more newspaper clippings. This person found everything.
Was this
How many
after
newspaper
my grandfather was
clippings?
demoralized or whatever it was?
Yes. It's about the accruing debt you actually need to pay back.
The Macy family has left this town in dire straits.
Generational debt is not a meme, it's a reality. Oh, here we go. Yeah, another one of your
GI Bride's Express link with home. Mrs. J.L. Macy. She's even holding up a paper. Or it's a wanted sign, or it's like a mugshot. Regularly, we have presented photographs of the Miller Express spanning the thousands of miles between the town and its absent natives, many of whom are domiciled in the far corners of the world. But this week, for the first time, we'd look in on Mother G.I. Bride, Miss Junior Lee Macy, only daughter, okay, we know that part. Betty met her motor mechanic husband at Mother during the war, and they were engaged in 1944. They were married at San Francisco after Betty had immigrated on the Queen Elizabeth. You know, that is home. Betty, who is now the mother of 3 fine children. The lies begin in earnest. My father was called Fine. I find that very hard to believe. 2 boys and a girl, says she has settled down splendidly in the United States, though she often thinks of this old town, and the weekly arrival of the Mother Express is always keenly awaited. That's fascinating. So they sent the local newspaper weekly to wherever she was at in the United States.
That must have been like a missing home, right? There's no way to have internet or learn about it, so probably getting the local newspaper is probably really fun. Because you probably have that one neighbor you
crazy.
didn't like, and you're like, oh, fucking Tim's back at it again.
Our picture shows Miss Macy reading a recent issue in the grounds of her Missouri home. That's where I was born, in Missouri as well, or Misery. She asks to be remembered to her many friends. I think we have a real problem. Like, me too. I'm like, don't forget me. I remember when I won the axe swinging contest. But I guess it just her heart was still here in the United Kingdom. And she really wanted to say thanks to the people at Messrs. Floors and the Lyons brothers. And this would be around the time when she got that. You have a picture of my dad on a bicycle in 1958.
That one looks great. That looks amazing.
Whoa.
Oh, wait, it says, this is to my dad.
Oh.
Ray, don't, wait, can you read my...
Print this a good picture
Isn't this
of
a
you.
good picture of
Wow.
you? Give it to your son or daughter and know your...
This is, I know you won't want it. Love, Mom.
That's sweet. I know you won't want it.
I did. She was right. The son did want it.
Well, no, I think, he sent it to me, which, I mean, it is a really nice... Oh, wait. No, there's 2.
Oh.
Look at that.
Wow, what a spiffing young man.
Look at that. That's my
Whoa.
pops.
This is like a true slice of Americana right here.
That's amazing. I didn't
Whoa.
know that there was an extra little photo in there. It was stuck. Yeah, he's a handsome look. I mean, I have his ears, that's for damn sure. And he looked, I mean, geez, these are old photographs. And then
The real life inspiration of Dumbo.
that's the and then I don't know who this is. This might just be a bookmark or something from Stephen King.
Just a child. Yeah, just-
This is one of the fine yeah. But
Is
I think
that
it's my
him?
dad. It looks like his
As a
smile,
baby?
that grin. So, unbelievable.
yeah, so actually, Medford Tidville, I don't know if you'd believe this or not, but at the time when your mother, or your grandmother was here in 1920, it would have already had a significant decline.
No.
Yeah, so actually Medford Tidville's like economic peak was like 1890.
What?
Yeah, and that's when it was like
Whoa.
peak, most people living here, like that was the high.
During the Industrial Revolution.
Yeah, so this was one of the key
the
pivotal areas in the
1800s?
Industrial Revolution, specifically steelworks. So it was, and the reason, and it's pretty obvious in hindsight why it ended up declining, but basically, when you have a steelworks not near the ocean, it's kind of hard to get the steel out. So after 30 years, other areas in Wales and the UK started becoming more primary suppliers of steel, but then it became a coal mining town. So it wasn't always a coal mining town, despite what it's kind of famous for. So it was steelworks first, and if I'm correct, it's this building, right?
So the family
Yeah.
that it was the biggest ironworks, steelworks in the world.
Yeah.
And the
Wow.
family that owned all that, this was
Yeah.
their residence, which is now a museum. But what's really cool
My
about
residence?
No.
Not your residence.
What's really cool about your grandmother worked at a bomb factory.
Hmm.
And after the war, that became a toy factory. They had to build something. And that was on this site. as
You
well.
worked at a
Bombs are
bomb
just toys for
factory?
adults anyway.
So yeah, this is the location where your grandma would have worked.
Oh, my
so
God.
The manors there would have been here. It was a bomb factory before, but the the family that owned the steelworks owned this manor here.
She said that she met my... Oh, go ahead.
I was going to say, we'll take a look inside the museum.
That's
but
what- yeah,
this
we'll
is what the toy factory looked like. You can scroll, there's like several.
Oh, my God.
Whoa.
That's what they produced. Those are the.
Mom.
She was happy and said big thanks to my friends who I worked here with.
You wouldn't last a day here.
I could do half a stream. Just looking at the pictures, I'm no stranger to labor, though. This is some of. Oh,
Sorry,
it's all right. This is the toy factory. Previously, the bomb factory where she worked. And you can see all the ladies trying.
So
I
it
might
was
need
a
to buy
bomb
some of these for my
factory,
child.
And then they turned it into a toy factory?
Look at
That
that.
checks
And
out.
she wanted to be fondly remembered and send special thanks to her employers. That's absolutely... it's cool that it's this well documented. Is that my grandmother? Nope.
No, it's just a
Okay,
random
just a
woman.
random woman.
I think that's the last photo.
Oh, this
But
is...
yeah.
Oh, Betty Close
Oh.
Family. Spoilers. Okay, we didn't see it.
Oh.
So the other thing I know is that she met
Yeah.
my grandfather at a sock hop, which she called, which was
Yeah.
like, you take off your shoes and it's in a big auditorium, and the GIs were lined up on one wall, and all the ladies were on the other, kind of like, twiddling their thumbs. And I guess Junior Lee Macy just found the one he wanted and walked over to her and said, "You're gonna be my wife." Not so dissimilar how I met my wife. So, but yeah, it was just
It's the other way around.
it was the other way around.
But yeah, it's kind of interesting to think that probably in the 1920s they would have known that it wasn't as good, wasn't as economically like a powerhouse as it was. So it must have been quite interesting living there at the time, thinking like, oh man, it's not as good as it used to be.
What would be a modern equivalent?
But then they had the coal mines, and then the coal mines really added a lot of work, and so that was pretty much like the job that everyone just did.
Is there any place in Japan that you can think of where, even just 20, 30 years ago, Osaka? No.
I mean, on
Damn.
Gunkanjima Island.
Oh yeah,
It
the
used to be the most populated landmass on Earth. because of the coal mines.
right.
Oh, the one that's completely
It
uninhabited.
looks like they film all the movies there.
Yeah, that
Whoa.
small island that has dilapidated buildings. But yeah, it's crazy
We're
to think.
learning
But
so
I would think
much
as a
history.
young
It still would have looked
child.
beautiful though. It still would have looked really cool. It was like, and some of the pictures that we'll be able to show at some point, and in there as well. It was like, it looked ridiculous how amazing this place was from prior.
I am generational Welsh.
Yeah, I mean,
Like-
we do have I don't know. Which should we show the family tree or later on? What do you think is?
I think it would be cool to ask Pete what he knows
Yes.
about your other family, like what other?
We're done.
You know,
Do you not know like your
know the
great
Phillips?
grandma's?
No.
Oh, okay,
The
cool.
Phillips.
and you know.
I didn't know the Phillips
no,
until-
you knew one more. You said your sister was named after
Sarah, her Howfields.
Howfield.
Well, I didn't know that until
There are
I.
a couple of other
There's
family names.
Howfield, by the way.
So-
I want to kind of change my name to
This
the
is
Howfields.
this is Betty down the bottom right. And
That's a
there's
man,
obviously
though.
No, that's
That's
Junior Lee
Junior. He
Mason.
looks nothing like him.
And then there's Betty to the left. of
Yeah.
him. And then Betty had a brother,
Ooh.
Ronald Phillips.
Which is also her son's name.
Oh. And then Betty's parents were Sarah Ann Phillips, who were the Sarah Howfield.
Cool name.
And then she was married to Lewis Phillips.
Lewis Phillips.
And then going back another generation, Robert Phillips was married to Margaret Phillips, who was Margaret Evans prior.
Wow. So the Howfields, the Evans, and the
yeah.
Phillips.
And then so Sarah Ann Phillips
Generational crossing.
Howfield was married to John Howfield,
Right.
but was formerly Corns.
Corns.
Yeah.
So we own Cornwall. Or at least a
Okay,
fraction of it. I
okay,
think
you
if
can
we
kinda show
you're
this.
telling me that if we keep going back, I'm not going to have some sort of a trust. Look at these people. They're well to do.
Everyone has taken their turn pillaging whatever 4 pence were lying around in this family tree.
I just think it's so cool. What's your
That's
favorite
really
of the family
cool.
names? Evans, Phillips.
What?
Corns,
Shall I show him the breadth
Howfields.
of the family?
Yeah,
Do you
Slide it to,
do you want to see how much they found out?
Yeah.
Look at this.
Oh my God!
This is one side of your family that they have branched out. This expert branched out for us. Look at the absolute
shit!
insanity that is the size of
they're-
the family. This is one branch.
And this,
The Phillips.
That's just the Phillips.
And so the one,
slide it again. You got the Howfield.
and then this is the Howfield, which is even more complicated.
oh my God, the Howfield branch.
Do you want to show it to the camera as well?
No. They're gonna take everything I deserve.
So one interesting thing on that family tree and what they've provided is these family trees go back to the 1700s.
My God.
So we know everything about your entire lineage to the 1700s,
Does it tell you
which
any-
is older than America.
America?
So, and the good thing is that if you actually zoom in on some of these people, they will tell you what the job was. What they used to do.
Really?
Yeah. So if we, for example,
All right, let me think. If I had to guess, if I was being honest, outside of royalty,
Yeah.
I would say something criminal, a stagecoach driver, a circus performer, blue collar, miner. I think it was a life of limited education, but honest hard work. Average life expectancy, 22.
no.
That's what I feel. We weren't bankers.
Probably not very far. I mean, there's such a variety of jobs that they all did. Most of them were blue collar. Like,
That's right.
Nearly all of them.
These in Betty's immediate family.
Oh.
These three.
Okay, so
Color.
in Betty's immediate family,
Okay, let me hear it.
Lewis Phillips, Betty's father,
He was
worked as a coal miner, specifically in the Castle Pit at Troy de Hugh. Troy de Hugh. I don't know. Yeah, so that was
Very close to this.
yeah. Specifically,
John?
Castle Pit, Troy de
That is
Hugh.
so cool.
And his role was a vital part of the local mining industry, which supported the ironworks by supplying the fuel needed for smelting iron.
So he was vital.
Wow.
Okay.
He was important.
It said so.
Why doesn't you? Okay, you can just appreciate them.
I am. I'm just making sure.
And Betty's mother, Sarah
Yeah.
Ann Howfield, came from a family that worked in the ironworks. Her father, John Howfield, worked as a railway plate layer in the ironworks, and many other family members were involved in the iron and coal industry.
Not the conductor. He was
Oh my
the.
God, he was
he laid the tracks
Minecraft
for future
Steve!
generations.
And Betty herself worked in a toy factory. Specifically, it was called the Line Bros Ltd.
So that was the
Yeah.
one that we looked at, the toy factory.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And in 1945 to World War II, this marked a shift in the local economy from heavy industry like coal mining and ironworks to lighter manufacturing such as toy production. And a note from the genealogist says, Pete's family was deeply embedded in the working class industrial workforce of Merthyr Tydfil, contributing to both the coal mine ironworking industries that powered the local economy during the Industrial Revolution. Later this shifted with Betty's work in the toy manufacturing industry.
This is so comical to me. It's like
What?
because
You're
my-
born broke?
Yeah, well, no, I knew that, but it was like we went from helping lay the foundations of everybody else to what my wife says when I'm streaming. Oh, you're on toy time. So I'm just a lineage of playing with toys.
So the level of
Cool.
detail here is kind of insane because they've also told us like where every single one of your family members was baptized. The church they were baptized and where they worked, where they lived,
Where they're interred.
I actually don't think any of them were. But like, most of them were, they worked in blue-collar jobs, like laying rail tracks.
Come on, there has to be somebody there that's like...
I don't want to spoil some of the
Okay, good.
Some of the
surprising
jobs.
ones?
There's a couple of surprises that I don't want you to
Oh, good.
spoil.
I'm just, I've always actually been a huge proponent of blue-collar work. My dad, obviously, and like...
Oh, there was one job I remember. Somebody was a shoemaker, that's right.
Daniel Day-Lewis did that. He was a cobbler for a while.
You had in the 1700s,
Oh my God.
you were related to a Richard Richards, and he was a shoemaker.
Richie Rich.
Yeah.
Isn't that Richie Rich?
Richie Rich.
He was the spoiled brat,
He was
wasn't
a
he?
shoemaker. We'll go over more and we'll follow it a bit closer. But yeah, it's really fascinating. Actually, two sides of your family were shoemakers as well.
Whoa.
Which is
So shocking.
And then his father before him, Richard Phillips, Benjamin Phillips, born in 1739, was also a shoemaker.
Keep your feet on the ground. Yeah, we're well grounded. We're
cool.
laying tracks. We're making shoes.
And yeah, it wasn't until around the Industrial Revolution where they did then
As
pivot
if
from
it was
being
a
more,
foot guy? Oh my
shoes
God,
Well,
Steve.
I would think
into being
that
coal mining.
it's interesting
steelworks.
because I would think cobbling is a kind of a noble profession. It takes a great amount of skill.
I mean, back then there was no like, wow, you work a blue collar job. It's like they were just the jobs.
Yeah. It was like I work at the tanner.
Someone
this is
had
the
to
pub.
make the shoes
I
and
thought,
fix the shoes.
I guess
Yeah.
I actually really think it's awesome. I
Yeah.
think blue collar is fantastic. So
Yeah.
I'm excited and proud of that.
Yeah.
I thought that once the Howfields would go to the pub industry, become landlords.
No.
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 Did they go to the pubs?
I imagine they were.
Okay, that's
I
there
imagine they
we
were
go.
top customers.
I just
They
realised
were
Peter's in our
punters at the
family
local,
trees. He has family
the
forests.
constabulary to be bailed out of jail.
So yeah, Merthyr as well. Because your grandma Betty left 1946.
Yep.
Right after the war, and that was again, like as we mentioned earlier, it was around when the coal mining industry started to slow down a bit. It was still very prevalent. Obviously, if you've watched The Crown, you know about the Aberfan disaster, which happened in 1960,
Yep.
about 20 minutes south of here.
It's in my book.
Yeah, I mean, it was
notes
a
it.
horrible disaster. And around the 80s, the economy kind of picked back up again because there was a Hoover factory, the vacuums,
yeah.
the brand. But in the mid-2000s, that went bankrupt because they couldn't compete against, globalization and other stuff. So, and since then, there's not really been any kind of massive economic activity here. And it is one of the highest rates of, not poverty, but low economic activity in this area, yeah, one of the poorest.
Well,
But it's beautiful.
it is.
That doesn't
and
take away from
no,
what it was
as
or
we
once was,
stand
right?
in the rain.
We
I
can't
think,
all be London.
well, I don't know. I'd rather be here than London.
Cool,
And I like
I
that we
wanna
were
see my
cobblers and that
family
we were laying tracks and
But
it
railroads
wouldn't be a
and
tree.
steel and coal.
It would
I think
also be a
the other
forest.
thing that kind of shocked me though
I'm
is
Puerto
that
Rican,
she
so
was so committed to
we
this
all know
country.
it'll
She
be a
would get a
family
weekly
forest.
post that had to be sent across the Atlantic Ocean just so she could see.
I imagine they probably sent big batches of them.
It was 3 years late.
Yeah, they probably sent like a big
Family
crate
forest.
of just like months. It would have been so fun. Imagine going through like week by week what's been going on in your town, and being caught up, and then being like, all right, when's the next chapter coming out?
Those Howfields, I tell you, they were a rowdy lot. That's my favorite of the family names.
The Howfields?
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
How did we get in this field? I'm drunk. But it's 10 o'clock. I think we can go inside.
Yeah, should we?
Yeah, we can head over. Let's go have a look inside the manor. We can learn more about Merthyr Tydfil in
Maybe
there.
there's
Go
and get a coffee.
inside
a
the
memorial
manor?
to her and her. She was thankful at
Inside the
least.
manor.
She said she loved.
Yeah, I mean, I think back then, small towns, right? It was like they would often share a lot of the news.
I think that's a great family.
Hope you guys enjoyed the rough history. There's a lot more to talk about.
That's
We're not done yet. There's more stuff.
I
Isn't that
can't wait.
incredible?
There's
though?
way more stuff.
There's more stuff about my family.
Yeah, way more.
I
This
thought that
is the
was it.
start.
We can say we're going to go to 3 sites.
Okay. So Ian's helped me plan everything out. We're going to go to 3 sites that had significance in Betty's life, and we'll show you all about it and tell you the story when we get to those places. So Pete's going to love it.
I do love it.
I know. I think you're going to be really happy.
I'm already creating a new narrative in my head that says, we've always been strong, tough men and women of the lands. We never let the bougies take care of, we always believe
Bougies.
we didn't land in Wales, Wales landed on us. That's our philosophy. yeah, I'm going to start my spitting history. I'm like, Let me tell you another thing. When I go to those pubs, they might not remember old Betty, but they're going to remember me. Because, you know, these bricks that we're standing on, who do you think paved those? Who do you think laid
Me.
all this nice framework for this
I
beautiful
laid the
town?
brick.
It was built on the backs
I
of
did.
Phillips, the house.
Yeah, and our shoes walked. You have suntan lotion on.
I do. Oh.
Ah, bougie.
I got sunburned yesterday.
Well, yeah, you would. Never been outside a day in your life. Not like me. My skin's as hard as leather. Just like my family lineage. Nothing better than the sun on your back.
All right, you ready to go, Paul?
When have you awoken at him?
Well, I'm
God.
a deeply excited person about my
It was like
family.
it's awful because if I told you you're royalty, you wouldn't shut up about it.
Yeah, I would-
And
I would-
now I'm like
Chris 2.0.
from owning the shoes to polishing them. Go on,
Yeah.
hurry up.
Well, I will have to just because of my lineage, but I'm not. I am happy about it. Yes. That's.
Yeah,
I
wait
will
a minute.
take
He
pride
just said
in no
he
matter
got
what
sunburned. There was sun
discoveries
yesterday.
will be made.
All right,
It
let's
was
go and have a look at
overcast.
like we said earlier, this.
Oh.
manor
We're making a
going
little
to.
walk over there.
What the
Yeah,
fuck?
we're going to go inside. Yeah,
It's now a museum.
yeah. That was like the Looney Tunes.
Was it your phone? That I almost hit?
You don't care.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Well,
well,
okay, first of all, almost is incorrect. You did hit my
you
phone.
rich folk can buy a new one.
Okay. Yeah, well, yeah, perhaps. All right, let me have a look if I have internet here. Should do. Come back on, hopefully.
Let me find the...
You all right?
Thanks, mate.
You just had a spasm.
Hope you've enjoyed this quick history
old man's
lesson about
back,
Pete's
ain't it?
family so far. There's going to be a lot more to go. But, yeah, very interesting.
Unbelievable.
It's ridiculous the amount of information they gave us. I can't believe they got all the... And they, so I don't think we were showing it, but they also provided all the census pictures of Pete's family. Like their name, signature, date of birth.
Also,
That's a lot of info. What the fuck?
like the
Oh, we have that? Oh, wow. You'd love to see that.
For what?
ticket on the ship.
Really?
Let's get up.
That's to show,
Alright, let's
like,
go.
to going to, like, Ellis Island.
How did he get this information? What
I
company
would
did he
think
use?
so, but... Up in there. Oh, wait, I have a...
It's crazy that this information
I would
is
like to-
accessible.
All right, shall we?
Take that with me.
Oh,
We can go back generations.
yeah.
I don't want to leave it.
Umbrella?
Yeah.
Damn, Pete's family just got docked, right?
Let us go.
My family often
No.
enjoyed coffee when they were
You guys go ahead, I'll...
in between
Okay,
breaks at the steel mill.
All right, let's go.
Can I hold it?
Yeah, I was going to say. I think you just. I'll just get wet. All right. All right. So yeah, that's. I mean, your grandma and grandparent would have played a part in paying for this, working to get.
They would get pay stubs from here and then cash them at Lloyd's Bank on John Street. And then they'd go to the local pub.
And then it would be gone.
That's such a shame.
The zip on Pete's bag, someone says. That's fine.
Yep.
Just that?
Guy, that's nothing.
Thank you.
It's cool. I mean, like, yeah. So we'll send you the family tree all the way back to the 1700s. Isn't that like incredible?
That's
I
crazy.
mean, yeah, as far as I am aware, I was the first person in my family history to get a college education. I'm not kidding.
Even that one was dubious.
It was. I was 25. But
I
like,
dropped out of school.
it was a long time coming. I am the culmination of my forefathers and grandmothers and great-grandmothers who literally laid the grounds in which I walk to become a Twitch streamer.
Yeah, so a lot of Welsh people as well, even before that, did help with the building of America,
Did they?
with the expanding West.
They did?
So there are like,
Oh.
if you go to places like Pennsylvania, I believe there is a lot of Welsh town names and Welsh areas that are named that are just Welsh towns.
So wait, John Street was where she lived, and she worked over here. So that
Yeah.
means, would there be in that
Dropped out of
time,
university
the
twice, you know what?
40s?
Those buses.
It happens.
So you
it
just take
happens.
buses, or
Bus, or maybe she would have walked. It's probably not unreasonable to think there was a walk back then.
wow, what a legend she was. She made toys for kids to have fun. Huh.
Yeah.
Not so dissimilar to
I
what
mean-
we do.
Interesting, right? How you can make a bomb factory and be like, I guess we'll just make toys.
Yeah. I guess it's a good way of repurposing the ill feelings of maybe the
Yeah,
machinations.
beauty
of war.
isn't for everybody. You know what I
Machinations
mean?
of war.
Better to build. Maybe you should do that.
But I mean, yeah, you can see it. This thing is it's quite the size.
I mean, it is. That's fine.
That's fine.
It is cool though. If I worked in a manner like this, I would want to be like, please remember me. You know, I'd send them messages.
I mean, yeah, it's stunning. I don't know when this was built specifically. I'm sure we'll find out inside more about this building.
Castle.
Yeah.
It was 17 something.
Does this count as a castle? I wouldn't count
No,
this.
no,
Yeah.
this
That is a castle.
Oh, okay.
Maybe
It's
she
a
built
castle.
that. Cannon.
And there's
It's
a
a
nice
castle
cafe
to
inside
me.
to get a good coffee. One terrible thing about the UK is that all the supermarkets, just all
It's
the
a
coffee
castle to me.
is sweetened.
This
It's
is
disgusting.
extremely sugary. I'm sweet enough. Wow. Look at that. As soon as you leave your work, you get to look out over this entire landscape of your...
It wouldn't look this nice. Maybe it would have actually.
Might have looked better.
Yeah, it would
It's a castle
It
to
is.
me. I don't care.
Oh, smoggy.
It would have been very, very smoggy.
Kind of cool too, though.
It's got charms, but it's also.
Castle
I want to play a
Manor?
video game where I leave the toy factory, and this is the first little vista with the smog and the smoke.
Well, the one reason for she probably lived so long is because she left here. It probably wouldn't have lasted a long time.
Wow.
Shall we?
Yeah, we shall.
Did you get the pictures? Yeah.
Whoa, it's so pretty inside.
Are you booked in?
Oh no, we're not. No.
Right, okay. And what are you filming for?
Oh, we're just filming. It's our mates from grandma's from the Tizzle, so just filming about the town.
She worked here.
Oh, right,
YouTube.
okay. Was it? Sorry,
Uh-oh.
the Lions Toy Factory? I think it was on this
Oh,
side.
Lions, yeah.
Which is where his grandmother worked.
Oh, right, okay. Awesome. Awesome.
Yeah.
So it's not commercial or anything, it just looks a little bit commercial because it's
Oh,
Private, just
yeah.
Yeah, that's fine. As long as it's not being kind of like commercially put on like and then
Okay. Oh, it's not being put online. Do you need to fill out a form or anything?
you would have needed to contact
Oh,
the
sorry.
States
Oh,
Department,
okay.
so we just-
Okay.
Oh no,
Oh,
we're in
okay,
trouble.
Yes, it's fine. If you're going to have a general look around, you can.
Okay, cool. All right, cheers. I can sign if I don't mind.
No, you'll just. Obviously, there's an admission charge.
Oh, yeah, of course, yeah.
Are you being separately?
All together.
Run! We're in trouble. Shit. I don't even know how to read that. Safarsafa. 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 Safarsafa.
They really do love their history. This is the Mither Historian, Volume 34. You can also get 33. It's like you can read about the schools and the people who worked in them and all of the different... It's a lame excuse. Conan's gout and... I should probably take a note on this. They had gout back... Wow.
We'll walk around. Oh, we're going to the museum.
There's gout information.
Oh, really?
And the historical...
We probably had a lot of that.
This is
yeah.
only 19... Oh, this is Cuthbert Taylor.
Yeah, Chad, take out your wallets. You have to pay admission.
Somebody very
Everyone.
wealthy. The castle or the manor. So my
Well, here in the
Pay
school.
my admission fee
Right,
too.
that wallet's have got to pay admission.
Yeah, like, he's pretty like the guy.
Wow.
Yeah.
Well, we worked for the guy.
Pay my admission
Yeah,
fee
you go through the museum?
You got this, right?
Surely no lies were told on this day about commercial use.
I had to check that one last time.
Akira, thank you for the 5 gifted subs. Akira, thank you.
Sorry. Wrong way. I'll follow.
We'll go this way.
Yeah, be cool, Chad. Casually sneak in. Be cool. Be cool. Uh-oh, I broke it. Uh-oh, yeah, who didn't pay admission? They're cutting the stream because of it! Pay! Each stream shows they're entering a dungeon! Wait, Pete stream works! What the? Meow, 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 meow. You liars! It's just a void! Liar, liars, 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 liars! Liars, 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 liars!
Pete's gonna ask.
Like I said, the museum, I don't know how much shows there. It's more like looking at the grounds, and it'd be good to get the exact location on this site where the factory was, though.
Yeah.
It's on these grounds.
Generational wealth show.
We back? We back?
Oh, we're back.
Meow, 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 meow.
Hello, chat. We're
Meow,
back.
meow, meow,
It
meow, meow,
is very.
meow. What the fuck?
What are you? Triangle. Triangle.
Was that on
You
this
mean?
site?
I'll tell you what it was. It was as if
You make a head
you go downstairs, it's the bottom cabin, there's all houses now. It's like I worked in Hoover's.
Yeah.
Shut 15 years now, innit?
Oh,
You got to
okay.
see 5 downstairs and different things, you know? So, you'll have to come and try my scones.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, I'd love to.
Try the
You smell
scones.
them?
I can smell them right now. They do smell pretty good.
Yes, they're good.
Are you Julie?
I'm Julie.
Oh, so this is your tea room. Wow,
It's,
this is quite fun.
oh, it's nice. I mean, to be
It's
honest,
beautiful. Yeah.
it's lovely outside as well.
Yeah. We'll
And we're
definitely.
very friendly.
I can tell. I can tell. We'll come get a coffee in a bit.
Yeah.
Yeah, Hoover 2024, but I don't think it's gonna work down there. They said
The name.
guest Wi-Fi, and then the password's Hoover, like the vacuum 2024.
That makes sense. There's a blue effect here. The chat also is. It won't work. It's a public Wi-Fi. It's be a private one.
Sorry.
It's fine.
High Street.
Do you want to go down?
I'll tell you what. I'll go do a speed run. I'll meet you guys in the local constabulary. Might get arrested. Is that what it is? Ah, I've been saying it wrong. Yeah.
We were too many to enter the dungeon instance. RIP.
What's down there? Batman.
Too
Okay.
many to enter. You can't go inside the dungeon.
I'll tell you what. I'll internally on my phone and let you guys know the highlights. Okay. Adventure awaits. I'll see you soon. Where will you?
Here?
Let's go.
One at a time.
I will get you on. What do you want?
Oh, whatever you get.
Okay.
Let me in the dungeon.
Sold.
You can go as soon as
Let me in the dungeon.
If we show this on camera.
Oh, okay. I guess we can't go in the dungeon.
Oh, they have ice cream.
Ice cream. Oh, I want
scones in here.
I want blue. Give me blue. No, I'm just kidding. I don't want blue ice cream.
Oh.
I'm just kidding. I don't want blue.
Here's my first lot.
Okay, I'll definitely get one. You've convinced me. Ian did check with chat to make sure it's okay. So
It was really bad in here anyway.
Oh, is it really? Oh, okay. I mean, if Ian stands outside.
Blue. I want vanilla.
Yeah.
Vanilla.
Museum was an extra bonus, but it's just, let's see.
You know up there, if you look up there, they got, see the map of the Taff Trail? It goes from Cardiff to Bondi to Merthyr to Brecon.
Oh my God. The reception help.
Oh, cool. That's the Taff River that connects the Brecon Beacons, which is the mountain area we're driving. We're going to be driving through. So it goes all the way to Brecon, Talybont, Merthyr, Pontypridd, and to Cardiff. That's so cool. Look at that.
It's like Game of
They
Thrones.
just put like spiders and shit on it. Gnarly. Like, let's just make shit cool.
Nolly. No, Nolly. No.
That's metal. So cool. And so there's actually a lot of aqueducts in Wales as well, and we'll be going to one on this trip. He doesn't know that, but there's one there as well. There's quite a lot of aqueducts around Wales.
Aqueduct.
And the world is also in Wales. So.
Aqueducts?
Where'd you go then?
Oh, who knows how these will be, but yeah, I mean, I think you have time for coffee and it's going to.
Do you want a coffee, Paul?
Oh, yeah, sure.
I would
Do you want
like
coffee in?
something.
Sorry, love.
Scone as well,
I would like something, please.
Okay, sure.
He's not gonna give me anything.
I want a scone, definitely. Okay.
Sorry. We got new ones coming in now, so you're lucky.
Oh, perfect. Wonderful. Could we get one flat white as well? And you want an Americano?
I would
There's
like
one
ice
flat
cream.
white.
Could we get two as well?
Two Americanos,
Yes,
are you back
please.
to you, right? And one's gone?
And one scone, yeah, that'd be perfect.
I would like an ice cream, please.
It
Ice
gets...
cream, please.
Let me make sure the signal...
Can I have an ice cream? No? Okay, well, fuck me then.
You get that signal.
Ice cream for me? Okay, fuck me.
Pretty
Knife
Fuck me
over
then.
there.
Perfect.
And if you want any more, then
Oh, yeah, I can show you.
Well, fuck me then.
two Americanos. 12.50.
Yep. Okay.
Wait, coming.
There it is.
Ice cream, ice cream, ice cream, ice cream. I want some. I want ice cream. I would like a Chocotella ice cream, please. One Chocotella ice cream, please.
Ooh, chocolate caramel cherry bakewell flavour.
Chocotella ice cream, please. One Chocotella ice cream, please. I'll type it in his chat. One Chocotella ice cream, please. Well, fuck me then. Well, fuck me up the ass then.
Yeah, all good, all good.
Doesn't matter. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Yeah.
Thank you very much.
That was good.
You'll get all that shit, but you won't get a fucking ice cream
Well,
from
Pete
me.
tells everything he
A
learns.
Chocotella ice
Well,
cream!
I enjoy it.
Where's my Chocotella ice cream?
Longer table might be better.
You think?
Yep, I think we put the camera down.
Oh, true.
What's that one? Maybe that's it. next to you.
I would like a chocolate Nutella ice cream, please.
And they gave me so much clotted cream and jam. It's so good. Why do they get a fork? I don't... Oh, me. Perfect, thank you. Thanks so much. I don't think there'll be any left for Pete. I just smelled this. It smells so good. Alright. Alright. Poor Ian. I mean, to be honest, he can just leave the bag out there. Ian deserves a raise. He does, he does. Look at me, this is like the 1%. Meanwhile, my guy...
No chocolate Nutella for me.
It's so ridiculous.
Well, fuck
Oh my
me up
God.
the ass then.
Oh my god, look at this. I'm not even hungry, but when I smell...
Yeah.
And then wipe some of the cheese on the cake. Sorry.
Oh, cool, we're gonna eat outside. Perfect. Let's try it.
With coffee, don't get coffee.
Oh, cool, go outside.
If you want these two, look at the cake and
You won't get the chocolate Nutella. Hey, yo, what you said?
You
I said what I said. I said what I said.
Shit, I'm fucked. So I didn't know you could... This is not Kuki or Yoma. You just gotta tell me. Well. Right, shall we? Let me put this...
Bitch, I said what I said. I'd rather be famous instead. I'd let it get to my
Nice
head.
ice cream.
No.
Chocolate Nutella.
It's not the time for ice cream.
Big dog,
It's
nice
like,
wants ice cream.
it's like,
7 ice cream for mouse.
it's like 10 degrees, mouse.
Connor, please. Chocolate Nutella ice cream.
Oh, thanks so much. Is Ian just gonna sit there? Is that the plan?
I don't know.
Oh, thanks so much.
Nutella.
Oh,
It's
cheers,
not
thanks.
10 degrees outside.
No.
I'm gonna check the weather right now. Let me check the
You don't
weather
want that, right?
report. Hold on, let me
I guess
access
Ian's just gonna sit there?
the weather report of
don't know.
Wales on
I
my
don't know the
stone
intention.
tablet.
No,
Do you want to just stay here then?
yeah, we'll just take it all off.
Checking the weather report on my stone tablet.
Alright. Thank you. Thanks so much. Alright. Do you want to get in on this? If you come sit here, we can share. We can with me.
Brother, it's like 56 degrees. Eat my balls.
Will you break scone? It's a bloody good scone. In Japan, they always make scones, and they're always shit. They're dry as
He
fuck,
would get
and
the
they're
ice
never
cream. He
warm.
would. You want to know why? Because he's American. And America believes in ice cream. Ice cream is a symbol of freedom. And that's what Americans love.
Yeah, so pretty much everywhere I've asked actually for permission, and I just forgot because we arranged this like one day ago to ask. So my bad. But luckily we were able to explain it to them. There's not no. Well, Ian
He
was.
will get it because he believes in freedom.
Was it cool?
He believes in freedom.
You know what else unbelievable?
You're right about your history.
Oh yeah.
So it was really cool down there. There was a whole history of Northern Tintville up to the 1300s.
People who love
And
freedom love
there was
ice
a couple of
cream.
neat.
And everyone
You took
knows
some pictures
this.
to show us? Okay, wonderful.
Not to show you guys.
Oh, okay,
It was
I-
because it was really
If you
dark.
love
Actually.
ice cream, you love freedom. And if you love
Couldn't really see.
freedom,
We
you
don't
love
have lights
ice
enough here.
cream.
But there was there was a huge battle.
But
And I
people
also
who are
thought the
against
English
freedom
really do
don't
hate
eat
Wales.
ice cream.
They just any
Everyone knows
opportunity they
this.
came to here, they were like,
Pillage.
yeah,
Pillage.
or even worse, they would destroy things so that you
Yeah.
couldn't use them.
Yeah.
So there was a
Big brother,
local-
older brother.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
So there was like a little land battle that this castle fell on.
Yeah.
Between one guy thought, well, it's in my territory, and the guy's like, no, well, it's in ours. And there was this massive fight. And imagine, it says, there was a poem, and they've translated it to English. The battle was won by the men of Bohun, and blood like an ocean in vain was seen. Imagine that much blood, that it was like knee deep. That's crazy. So
Blood?
the other thing so after that battle was done, they imprisoned both guys. The
Oh,
English
okay.
did,
Nice.
and then they said, you know, and then King Edward came in, destroyed.
Blood. You see that?
Forget.
It's pretty common.
No freedom.
This was the largest ironworks in the world
At
Like
the
this-
time, or like ever?
ever.
Oh, wow.
And, by there, I said,
You see that? No freedom.
I was walking down, and it was like pitch black, and suddenly like this sound of steel rang.
You see that? No freedom.
Connection?
3,000 is right now, yeah.
Nothing.
It should be on.
So this was kind of interesting to me. After they lost the steel, and everything like that, in 1936, King Edward VIII visited remains of the works.
Okay.
Horrified with the poverty he witnessed, he proclaimed, "Something must be done for these people." My grandma was like 18.
Yeah, like I said, it declined
was
quite a
in-
bad amount. I think.
That's insane. And then became light bulbs, toys, stockings.
Yeah.
Something must be done for these people. What were they?
And there was ice
And then, the
cream,
coal
there
miners
was
That's what I
Right.
said when I went to Detroit.
True. But they don't
And
believe
then
in
the
freedom.
the whole disaster of
They don't believe in
that
freedom.
situation. And do you know how deep Murder's
They
the
don't
shallowest coal veins were?
Yeah.
How many yards? Like 1 yard is 3 feet, which 2 yards is Connor's height.
1,000?
No, it was 500.
Oh,
Which just a vein is
it's a lot of digging.
just creating that kind of system.
They were born to play Minecraft. These
Yeah.
people from Merthyr. They were born to mine.
How did they not have a bigger scene? Why was it all these young Zoomers? It should have been a bunch of Welshmen. They were doing real Minecraft.
I know you're not hungry, but at least just try this bit.
I will.
It's phenomenal.
Minecraft.
Paul, do you want this piece?
Yes, please.
He loves scones and clotted creams.
I love
Everyone will love
Minecraft.
these scones and
All
clotted
right, let me
creams.
try this.
You just grab it, put some jam on it, or you can put more.
You've set me up perfectly. A bit like a troglodyte.
Oh,
My family history.
Paul. Please be. That's good, right? That's good. They don't miss. Yeah. Fresh. I know. It's fluffy. So fluffy. I think I might be a sommelier in this. What do you smell? What do you slurp? What do you hear with this scone? What kind of textures are you getting?
Oh my god. You speak warm,
I better look. It tastes like a
Can't
biscuit.
say no.
fluffy,
Phenomenal scone. Julie knows the stuff.
and the clotted cream, the
Biscuit.
jam.
So
Well,
you have about 5-10 minutes before you got to bounce. Apparently there's going to be a giant tour bus turning up.
oh,
So,
no way.
Apparently.
Okay.
You want a scone too.
Well, I appreciate you letting me take a look down.
No, I mean, was it interesting going down there? Is it?
Yeah, it was.
I'm sad that obviously 'cause it was like a bunker. It was a fortress of stone.
Yeah, it's quite impressive.
Scone, right?
That's fine.
What does
We're made of
scone
honey.
taste like?
There was
The
a
floor breaks your phone. Not the other way around.
the. I guess it really put into comparison the haves and have-nots
Yeah,
of,
man.
of
What does
what
scone taste
probably
like?
many people from the United Kingdom already come to understand. Boy, it must have been tough
Joey!
being kind of
Like
not
dough?
wealthy
Oh,
or
yeah.
educated.
Buttery?
Like there's loads of maybe when we go to some castles in the north,
Wee biscuit.
you'll hear about like how it was to like work and live there, and it's not
I
good.
don't know what bones taste like.
It
I've
was,
never had
it
a
was
fucking
kind of
scone.
astonishing, the conditions.
And it
And
also puts
I've
it into
never had a
perspective a little bit,
scone.
right? When you hear about, you think of like, oh, Merthyr was richer than it wasn't, but it's like in reality it was richer than it wasn't, and then it was doing okay, and it wasn't, and it was kind of doing okay, and then
it
it
was
wasn't.
rich for those who controlled the means of
Of course,
operation.
yeah, absolutely.
And the mining.
We're converting you. We're converting.
Yeah.
I really think this Carl guy was onto something. The people should. But it makes you also kind of. I think when you learn about history, right? I think the most important thing is that it offers a lot of perspective.
Yeah, oh, for sure.
When you're like, everyone's like, oh my god, the economy's so bad now.
Is
It's
it like
okay,
a
well,
biscuit?
I mean, like it is terrible, and
Is
it's,
it
you have to
like a
remember that this is a thing that is every
Is it
single
like
generation
KFC
has had to go
biscuit?
through at every point.
And you'd
There is a
think
good
that we
time and a
have
bad
been
time.
better, like, prepared.
History repeats itself.
Yeah, it does. But man, those miners had it really bad. Like, unbelievable.
I think the average lifespan of someone who like worked in a mine was like 50 or 60.
I would say that's pretty high.
I mean, 50 is pretty low.
I mean, that's mine, Paul age. We're getting close to that. So, my God, though, she lived to 99.
No.
But yeah, no, it's really interesting stuff.
Wow. But yeah, that was
But in the industry, yeah.
very interesting. I'm trying to drink this as
No,
fast.
no, it's all right. Don't worry. But it's just interesting.
Well, it was lots of information on there, a couple of busts of famous folks, lots of pictures and graphics. There's one picture I want to take with me down there. There was a jail cell that I can sit behind. They had like a working cast iron gate, and I feel like, what better way to celebrate my lineage?
Oh god.
You're already clean for it.
It is crazy though to imagine you lived in like a mining town where there's probably a lot of smog, a lot of soot everywhere constantly, everyone must have been dirty. You still live for money now.
Well, she left early, and she worked in the toy factory, which seems to be so thankful she got out of that life.
I am sure that bomb factory was not healthy. Every 5 minutes. I'm sure that bomb factory was not up to rigorous health and safety standards of modern day practice.
I've never seen someone so thankful for labor in her life, though. She made a point to message.
Yeah, that was because you didn't have a perspective, right? You never, you're not going to think like, wow, this is kind of dangerous or not a good job. You're like, it puts money on the table and I get to spend time with my family, right? I suppose that was not a concern. It's because the bad bomb makers ruined it for us by making really bad factories.
I think my grandma Betty
Yeah.
had more courage in her left hand than I did in my entire body. To do everything that she did and then just go cross country with no GPS, no maps, just a ticket stub and a promise of marriage.
I mean, that was probably quite an exciting prospect, right? That was probably like a cool thing. Like, wow, I'm going to America.
Yeah, the Americas.
Yeah. Well, I guess the one thing I struggle to comprehend is that, like, now, I moved to Japan, we moved to Japan, a week back.
Yeah, and even
like,
in
I could see the family if I really
terrible
wanted
economy
to.
seats. No, it's
But then
14
it was
hours.
like, that's like a...
14 days.
Yeah, that back then it was like, if you did that, you probably were never seeing some of your family members ever again.
Yeah.
Because you probably weren't going to go back to Merthyr. It wasn't exactly an easy place to get to.
I guess my other takeaway now is that pubs remained constant no matter what, huh? They've been there the whole time. People always went there.
Yeah. Pubs.
Fields and the Evans and the Phillips.
They probably all went to the pub.
Wow.
Well, pubs have been around since, like, I think the oldest pub in Merthyr is, it's changed ownership, but I think it's 1700s.
Yeah, it's all been open.
I looked at the Google Maps and looked inside the pub that is the oldest one, and you wouldn't think it when you look in. It looks kind of like a weird modern day one.
It's a Weatherspoons now.
Basically, it looks like that kind of. Well, you have to change with the times, right?
How do you not hurt your fingers on?
What things?
Maybe I am very.
What things?
How do you hold this? Yeah, doesn't that hurt your
That's
this
a
finger?
heavy ass cup.
You have a callus built up years of tea drinking.
No, that doesn't hurt. Why would that hurt?
Or
I
a big
don't know.
fat heavy cup.
These hands have never seen the labor of.
What happened to these coal mining hands? What happened to those? I thought they used to be somebody.
I've never been somebody. My family line was though. Well, they're gonna enjoy the downstairs. So,
Peter's royalty.
well, not quite. Not what we thought.
No.
We'll have to check the Macy.
In Tid Wars turned up.
They're gonna love the.
Man, I'm from here.
You got gamer hands? Yeah.
Okay.
Alright, no worries.
Damn good coffee.
Yeah,
to
they
Tesco.
made a really good, made it like espresso.
Bigger gamer hands!
Wow. I'm so shocked.
Well, there's a lot more to do.
I don't need a picture in the jail. I'll probably live it later this week.
I know a guy, he can help you sort you out, don't worry.
Good. Talk to Barry. Well, now I've had 3 cups of coffee though, so I feel awesome.
See Ian, he cried.
Poor old Ian.
Nice slideshow. Let us get out, please.
Oh, is it not
I
consistent?
think it's just low. I mean, yeah, it's not. These old buildings are so thick. Travel through town. Thank God that we have cardboard and paper now. And
Yes. That's
I've got fucking crumbs all over my phone, like a ruffian.
you're one of me.
I'm a vagrant like you.
Welcome aboard.
A vagabond.
Vagabond!
Well, I guess I learned a
Vagabond!
lot.
Vagabond!
If I had to choose between being princely and blue collar,
No ice cream? They
blue
just
collar
don't like
all
freedom.
the way.
Anti-freedom establishment.
It's
That's okay.
great adversity has
They
a
don't
beauty.
like
It is
freedom.
the fire that
They're
tempers.
anti-freedom.
That's from Darkest Dungeon. Or it's my family
Anti-American
motto.
way.
Maybe your family inspired Darkest Dungeon.
Anti-love.
That's the truth.
Anti-respect.
What? And scone was delicious.
it?
I loved
Meow,
it.
meow, 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 meow.
See this now, and this is the longest bridge, right?
Oh, really?
The oldest bridge, steel.
Wow.
See, it's down, you can't go down there to go there.
Whoa.
But see this now, if you look over there, you got B&Q, Trigo, B&Q, and you got holes in the wall, and that's what it is.
Okay.
By the way, that bridge was the biggest one in
No, it's not the biggest one, it's the oldest one left. The only one that's left.
simple yet effective.
And that is like dropped down now.
And when was this painted? 19.
Oh, I haven't got a clue.
Yeah.
But all them holes are still in the wall. And you can walk down, I see, over the viaduct, but it's so wet.
Were you born?
Who am I?
A great scone. You'll have an excellent host who can
Potato!
regale you with the history of this fine
Potato!
city. Thank you so much.
you.
It was really a pleasure.
Thank you very much.
I'll just be up here while we get out of here, just so we can
Sure.
not show anything else we're not supposed to. Sure.
Okay. Well,
Chat, please 1 second.
Hi! Nani Gaski!
Ironmouse.
What? Ironmouse! Hi! Nani Gaski! Freedom! Donut Choco Minto. Freedom! a Greyhound. Thank you so much for the 5 gifted subs, Greyhound. Thanks, Greyhound. Thanks, Greyhound. Ow! Ow, ow, ow! Ow! Ow, ow, ow! Ow! Ow, ow, ow! Ow! Ow, ow, ow! Ow, ow, ow! Ow, ow, ow! That's a noise a Greyhound makes. Ow! What do you think? I want Cheerios. Chat, I want Cheerios. I want to eat a Cheerio. We're on a diet. Are you saying you can't have a Cheerio? What the fuck?
Oh, so you don't
Can't
picture
have a
me?
Cheerio
Oh,
on a diet?
God. All right, should we get to
You
the
know,
top?
you want to know how you spell diet?
Let's get to the top.
D-I-E,
How you doing,
die.
chat?
A picture from Blue Collar Man. So, just like my lineage, we get tossed out of Julie was the greatest host ever, though.
Don't do it.
Amazing. Yeah, there's a bit of a confusion
can't
about
spell
when we
diet
came in.
without the
We
word
should
die.
have explained fully what we were doing. But we did tell one person we were live, but I guess it's not a big deal. Either way, they were just like, hey, yeah, just don't film it here. No big deal. So, yeah. well,
That's a daily Japanese experience for us
Smallest
streamers.
umbrella I've ever
What a
seen
deal.
in my life.
What is a big deal is that I have over 300 years of history in this fine country. Was the Howfields
lot.
a lot?
A lot of history.
Was a lot of them just in this area? Huh? I'll just put my hat back on.
You sure?
There we go. My Welsh hat.
Trying to get my signal here. Trying to get my signal. Oh. What a beautiful place, though, eh?
I loved it.
Shame the rain is so bad.
I think it's
true to
even
life.
better.
True to life.
The fog represents the ancient smog of the city. Nice replication. And it's steeped in history. Look at that, it's the old thing.
If you
You can
listen
just sit
carefully,
there
you
and
can
stare.
hear
I
the
don't
Imperials
think that's
calling,
actually
and they're calling my name, and they want me to go and get them.
Back up the hill.
It's a little steeper than I remember it being. So you don't want the umbrella?
Yeah, I'm good, I'm good.
You sure?
Yep.
All right. Do I have signal? Can I see you guys? Joel? Why are we joling?
The fish.
I mean, I've got the stream showing on my
it's all good.
phone, but
You can see us? All okay?
Joel.
Well, I think those.
Wait, can you see us okay?
Spin,
I can
Joel.
see you.
Spin, Joel.
Maybe my thing's just not
Spin,
loaded.
Joel.
everyone's saying Jola. We back, why not Jola?
Spin, Joel.
Oh, we are back. Okay, I don't know.
Faster.
Hmm.
Faster.
Joel,
Maybe it's
okay.
dropping in and out.
Sorry,
Maybe.
it's my signal.
Faster!
My signal's
No,
crap
we're
on my
good, yeah.
phone.
I think the clotted cream and scone might be a
Faster!
highlight. That was right next to the lamb for me.
No, that lamb was something else, man. I had a
Don't
spiritual,
talk to Paul
biblical
about
man.
that.
Faster!
It's becoming more Welsh.
The sacred lamb of Wales cannot be topped.
Oh my god, it's very
And
so
the Pinot
fast.
Noir, who could forget
Oh.
the limited edition. So the Toy Factory was
Esther!
another wing.
Different location they said it was.
You
Esther!
see a lot of the Hoover merchandise from the olden days.
Yeah, the Hoover was the vacuum brand. So my parents called it a Hoover. They didn't call it a
Vacuum?
vacuum. Yeah.
What the fuck is a
So I knew it
Hoover?
as a Hoover.
It's like Xerox.
Yeah, I guess so. Yeah,
You just say the product instead of what it is.
Like a jacuzzi.
Oh, is that not a
Well, it's like a
hot tub?
Hoover!
brand, right? Jacuzzi.
I didn't know that. I just thought it was a jacuzzi.
Or
Oh, yeah,
vacuum.
it's like that. So,
I could be wrong. I could be just saying misinformation.
When I think of Hoover, I think of the Hoover Dam.
Oh, sorry, Paul.
mother. Mother! It's my Danzig
I
of
think
this
of the Hoover
town.
Dam.
So.
Damn. Oh, shit, sorry.
Wow. Nice blokes. Good show. So thank you for the brief so far.
Oh,
Your
is it
family
nice
still
to think that Betty once walked around these
stalked
parts?
these hills.
Yeah, I'm sure a lot of it is unchanged, a lot of it is very changed, but
Let's go find out more about your family history then.
There's more.
There's more.
Oh
We're
God.
gonna find
doesn't
out
end
more
there.
about pizza.
I wonder if there's a stool at one of the pubs that was like reserved for old, Brantley
Cool. No,
Phillips.
they didn't deserve a chair. They can't afford a chair.
I wonder if there's a divot in the ground where we once fell and hit our forehead.
All right, should we get in? All right, let's
Okay.
What's the bit? Hang on, you want to be on this side?
I'm on the
Pete?
other side, yeah.
Yeah.
I'm
All
on-
right, all right, come here then, Paul.
What a day.
Meow 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 meow
Now, boy, get in, boy.
Oh, there's an apple still here.
All right.
Whose Patagonia is this? That's yours?
So it must be.
Patagonia, Jackie.
Put something in there.
Sorry, Chad, we're just getting the stuff ready and we'll be on a short little drive.
Cool. Thank you, Connor.
we'll be getting out in 5 minutes. Is it worth getting this thing back on Thursday?
Patagucci?
Sure.
Coochie?
Seatbelt. Oh, my gosh. Oh, the rain is coming down now.
Okay. Do you think
I'm
our
so
ancestors
hungry
would
I
be good
could eat
friends,
chat.
Connor?
I don't know. I actually don't know my ancestors.
Really?
I have to imagine that we'd be great friends. It was destined. It was destined. No matter how far we spread, we'll always come back to Master Tidville.
Oh,
I don't see why not.
possibly. Or maybe we were like, you were the blood of the Vaynor was me, and you're the Bahoon who crushed me under your boot in the battle of... I don't know what it was, but
Buffoon?
the buffoons.
I think a buffoon is fair, to be honest.
No, but it was like the Bohun. The B-O-H-U-N.
Oh, okay.
Bahoon. And they beat the other guys. Well, I mean, we do have the kind of... I'm from the south, you're from the north.
Are you?
I'm from America. I'm from the Midwest.
I think all of your family is basically in or around Merthyr. Like, I think lineages-wise, like, it's kind of impressive. But I think my family did the same thing, so...
We found a
not
place and we settled down.
And then I fucked it all up. And I was like,
And so did I.
I'm just going to move. Fuck it.
Well, Betty was the original fuck-up, I suppose. And just,
Okay.
if you're using you as an
Is that what we're
example.
calling that?
No, I think she made the best decision ever because she had 3 fine children, including my father.
Do you think how your personality might be different if you were born to a British father?
Yeah, I'd probably be more chavvy and I'd be in I'd be into rugby, and I'd probably call people cunts or something horrible.
Yeah,
like
you probably would.
Hey,
that's
what's wrong
more
with
of a
saying
British thing. And in the Midwest, I was raised under the golden rule of treat others like you wish to be treated.
Good rule.
Yeah,
That's a good rule.
but
There's
I
nothing
think
wrong with cunt.
I would have liked living in Wales.
I mean, it's very beautiful. Very
I
picturesque.
think cunt is
Rains
a
too
lovely
much.
word.
And like right now.
It's a lovely word.
Raining constantly. But we're about 5 minutes away from the next destination of historical importance, the Macy lineage. Oh, well, sorry.
Well, technically, the Phillips. So wait, there's more locations? I thought that was the only one.
No.
Oh.
It is a useful word. It can mean many
Just a
things,
textual
multiple
word.
things. Multiple things. It can mean so many things.
In the museum, though, it was quite stunning. They put a lot of time and effort. You could tell its heyday was maybe 1980.
You like that word? You should watch Father
But
Ted.
lots of
What
neat
is
little
Father
animatronics and original products from Hoover, and some coal mining news clippings of the riots and the disputes on the strike. There was a huge coal mining strike. At one point,
Did
it was
your mother teach you those
700,000
words?
jobs.
No, my
and
mom's
in the
Puerter
span of like a
Rican. She doesn't
decade,
know
it
what
was down to
cunt means.
220,000. Imagine
She
all
told
that
me
loss of
coño.
employment. It's Trump's America. No, I'm kidding. I don't
told
even know if
me
that's true. I just
coño.
wanted to stir a pot. Sleepy Biden. There you go. I did both. So I love being away from America for 15 years and just throwing a firecracker into the middle. It's good fun. But no, it's astonishing that the absolute loss of gainful employment, so much that King Edward did come here, and like I said, he said something must be done for these poor people. What was the site like? Like, I can't imagine what you would see
You have a
upon
heart of
arriving that would
stone,
encourage you to say something like
Connor,
that.
you have a heart of stone, Connor. A heart of stone. You have a heart of stone. Evil man. You're evil. You have a heart of stone.
You can actually, like, once we came out, you can see exactly, the
where
landscape
it was.
doesn't change.
Yeah.
But just what's there is, and do you know B&Q, Pete?
I don't know what a bean cube is.
Like a Home Depot.
Home Depot.
Oh. They also had my first poly bridge on display.
There's help though.
I was like, wow, that looks remarkably similar to my Tim said.
Their Holly bridges were held up.
I liked Julie a lot.
Right, I sent him a picture of me with sad eyes, and he's like, haha.
It's like a
You!
lot of people from Wales are like that. Just very, very willing to share, very willing to talk, very friendly. It's so nice. Meanwhile, I'm like, oh, please don't talk to me.
I just can't also believe that the shortest depth for the coal veins was 426 yards.
Oh, man.
That's over 4 football fields straight down before you had your workday start.
That's the measurement.
Football field.
Man, that's crazy.
One thing about Mediterranean today is that it's extremely well connected by roads. I guess people don't want to stop here; they want to go through here. I'm not sure why. The roads are so. They're always building roads here.
That's just a bunch of highways.
Yeah.
They should privatize it, make it a toll road, get this economy back on track.
Where are they going now?
The EU had spent millions in mirth on the
Where are
roads.
they going?
For some reason, they spend tons of money on roads in South Wales using EU money. I think they opened up a massive road southwest of here that saved like 2 minutes on a journey, but spent millions. So needless to say, we're very smart with our money in Wales.
No, that was the other thing. Before you guys had the greatest steel mill in the planet, these 3 guys came together, and they were going to start an enterprise of creating steel in Merthyr Tydfil or whatever. It was actually a town up north. And they had this method called like puddling, I guess. And this guy was so sure it was going to work that 2 of the 3 men went absolutely bankrupt, and the other guy died in poverty, who created puddling. And the sole proprietor who was still left was like, he has like a private memo that he's saying, he's like, blast it all, the tools and their parts, unsaleable steel, we can't sell a millimeter of it. All hope resides in the old mill. Damned its slow building cost. And when the mill finally like opened, it salvaged his industry or whatever, and he became, when he died back in the 1700s or 1800s, he had 1.5 million pounds, made him one of the most successful industrialists of his time, because the other 3 guys went dead or broke.
Damn.
And that one man created the entire steel magnate.
So wait, what is puddling?
It was a form of making it, I guess, where you heat things. I was trying to hurry and read everything, but it was like a way of making the steel process, and they invested tens of thousands of pounds.
Yeah.
And it was slow to build, it was slow to execute, and the steel quality was very weak, so no one could use it. And so it was just bad. Yeah, it was really interesting information down there.
Coat? Oh, it's up to my
See all
feet.
the houses there in the distance there, the kind of like
Stacked up.
Yeah, stacked up houses. It's really interesting.
They're quite large homes. You could have a whole family, and there's a little puppy up there.
It's up to
How
my
many
feet,
folks
so-
could, like a 3 or 4 bedroom is a normal house?
And this would be like 2, 3 bedroom maybe?
Yeah, you could have a family.
I think 4 bedrooms.
Peter.
Here you go. Puddling is a historical steel making process where pig iron is refined into wrought iron, or in some cases, small quantities of specialty steels, by stirring in a reverberatory furnace.
Oh, okay.
Well, not a good way, I guess.
Furnace.
Ooh, a cemetery.
There's a nice pub here, which looks quite nice. Looks like a very fancy pub. Pubs in the UK have been gone through like pretty big makeovers as of recent.
Since COVID?
Probably before COVID, it's kind of it used to be just a place where you would drink, and now it's kind of become expected that they serve food and they have like pretty high quality food. So it's all kind of changed a lot.
Saying this is clean. Can't apart from this.
Okay, sure.
So when 100 years ago, pubs were primarily just bar snacks, but alcohol focused?
Normally, yeah. You wouldn't normally have a meal at a pub. It was kind of, because they were kind of gross, smoky.
Why would you want to eat food at a
But
pub?
now it's kind of expected that they're kind of like really nice and like family friendly and bougie and stuff. Not bougie,
Pubs
but
are
like,
family
it's expected
friendly?
You can have a meal now at a pub.
What?
So there's kind of been a massive
Isn't
change
a pub a bar?
in how pubs work.
Since when are
Which do you
bars
prefer?
family friendly?
I mean, ideally you'd have both, right? But that's normally people kind of prefer the meal one.
It's got to turn around.
Yeah, it's alright.
A little bit different.
I love Wales. I love showering outside.
Yeah, we got really unlucky. This weather is atrocious. This is like getting to the point where it's really bad.
I quite like it. That's a nice little golf course.
Yeah, we
Not here
went
to
the
play
wrong.
golf,
We
unfortunately.
went the wrong way, sadly.
I think you've had your fill of golf losses since yesterday.
I think you know, golf is a terrible sport.
Yeah.
I want nothing to do with it.
I don't think that
Were you a big golf player?
me.
Yeah.
I'm all right. My dad loved it.
Did you play a lot of golf?
Not a lot, but I'm bad. But I mean,
You
I'm.
changed very quickly.
Well, I mean, like golf's really hard. I think
I like
I
playing
could. If
golf
you gave
with
me a
friends.
set of clubs, and we played, I'd really enjoy myself.
Golf with
But
friends.
it's quite challenging. I don't think Lewis Phillips ever picked up a golf club in his life, other than to beat back some punter at a pub.
Man
Actually,
chooses.
I wonder when golf became a thing, like when it became a commonly recognised sport.
Wasn't it invented in England? I believe it was.
Golf
Seems
with
like a game we
friends.
make.
100%.
Game where you can stand and drink.
And the
Yeah, no, of course you can. I feel like we only make sports
It's
where
Scotland.
you can drink alcohol.
It was Scotland.
Yeah, that makes sense, right? Because you can have alcohol breaks
Ooh,
often.
I want to go to
It doesn't require
Scotland.
you to be that fit.
I can't believe the
And
one
I
time
wanna
I
go
didn't use the
Ireland.
United Kingdom to England, and it was Scotland. But I knew it was on the Isles.
That's enough.
Yeah. People got really upset. There was like 70 people saying, Scotland, and how could I make that mistake?
Can't make that mistake.
If you confuse, if I said, oh yeah, Guinness, my favorite drink from Holland.
I think you would be very annoyed, rightfully.
It's an honest mistake. Nothing's better than the kilts of Ireland.
Like because you have friends. It's the name of the game! I'm not flexing friends!
It thinks I'm working
It's just
out.
the name of the game that I like to play!
I mean, after that scone.
Shut up!
I just did 43 minutes of traditional weightlifting, it said.
Traditional weightlifting.
That's what it said. I guess I was carrying the stream for a while.
Just like my ancestors.
Yeah.
Shut up!
Exercise goal, thanks. Way to seize the morning. The Irish do have kilts. Oh, for fuck's sake. I can't even make a joke without being wrong. My Guinness Holland is about as close as I can get to perfect. All right, so I don't know where we're at, but this is phase 2
What is this
of
place?
family history.
Yeah.
With our teacher and professor.
What is this place?
I
What
don't know
is
about
this
that. I'm not a very
place?
good teacher.
Cemetery.
Yep, it is a cemetery. Well, we've actually arranged your plot. We picked it out. I found a real good one. A lot more affordable than Tokyo, you'd be surprised.
Great.
All right.
I mean, if it's going to a graveyard,
You're going to bed? Good night. Eat caca.
I wonder if I should get my rain jacket. I think I would prefer.
It is pissing it down.
Yes. What do you think it's going to rain all day? Do you mind if I grab it? It's got a hood.
Chat. We're in May. June, July, August, September. Only 5 more months till Halloween. Just letting you know.
Do you want to hold
Thought
this?
I'd update you.
Oh, okay. Maybe Ian can help, probably.
September?
It's pissing it down today. We're very unlucky with the weather today, unfortunately.
September.
Alright, let's close this.
What is that place?
In the Doraemon luggage app.
Yep.
Alright.
Switching to the rain jacket.
I have flowers.
Yeah.
They smell
Flowers
Tesco's finest. £3 for a bouquet. Nothing, no spend, no expense here.
Where are those flowers for?
Oh, jacket.
Yeah.
It's my God, it's shitting it down. It's not ideal, is it?
You need anything?
No, all good. What's up, chat? Just working on. Let me check chat. I keep forgetting that we have chat with
Are
us.
they at a cemetery?
Oh, are you doing chat?
They're at a cemetery! Hold your breath, cat!
I have no internet. Never mind.
You have no internet?
No, we will probably. Maybe it'll work now. Oh, all right. Ready, Pete?
You filming on this side or that side?
Where's our umbrella?
Probably this side for the mic. Then again,
one?
I don't know about the backpack if it gets wet or not.
Oh, this one. Right here.
But I got the official.
Oh, you got a better version.
Yep.
That's
I got the rain jacket now.
a localized one.
Assassin's Creed.
Huh.
All right, so
I'm gonna close this thing.
obviously, we are in a cemetery. Listen, you look.
Hi.
So one of the things the genealogist expert did tell us about is that they told us where many of your family members are buried.
Right here.
And I thought, I was like, cemetery, maybe it's a bit too bleak for stream. But I thought, you know what? I thought you might appreciate being able to,
Well,
feel.
I mean, cemeteries don't have to be a.
That's what you make of it.
Yeah, I think it's a positive thing. It's to remember the dead. You.
Boy, oh, sorry.
Okay.
You're going to put
got
you
me in there.
So get some flowers.
That's very kind of you.
You can leave for some
the
of your
Tesco hand-picked with care.
Handpicked with care. £3.
This is part of the meal deal. You get like
Let's go flowers!
a drink.
Yeah, I sacrificed my crisp for these.
I think there's some. There you go. All right, let's go take a look at this.
So, do you know...
Yeah, so you have 3 ancestors buried here.
Really?
Lewis Phillips,
That's the one I just mentioned.
your great-grandfather.
Yeah, your great-grandfather's here.
Sarah Ann Phillips.
My sister's name after
Your
his
great-grandmother?
Yep.
And Ronald Phillips, who
Her
was
brother,
Betty's brother,
Betty's.
are all buried here.
Wow.
Whoa.
We did have a rough map of where they were, I think.
Yeah, and there's plot numbers, so we'll
Okay.
we have the numbers. So should we start?
Yes. Let's walk. Which direction, Jesse?
I'll take it around this side.
It's a great name, Jackie Pop. Whoa, whoa, whoa. So this is a well-kept cemetery.
Visually, I do think like cemeteries look really cool. I don't know why I feel that way. I think it's because there's no uniformity in any of the...
I mean, a lot of the tombstones, unfortunately, are kind of leaning back. Time waits for no one.
Okay, so we're looking for number...
There's so many
What number are we looking
different
for?
So in
gravestones,
I have no idea. Doesn't it?
X-stones.
Hopefully we can
all
find
different.
something.
grave R358 is Lewis and Sarah Ann together, and grave K62 is sorry, grave. So
Zombies,
R358
they're
is what we're
coming,
looking for. There's no map, unfortunately.
Seems to be no indication.
Ha!
So
Okay, I'll bring up a.
there was a rough map, I
I don't
think.
think that's this cemetery. I think it might be the other.
Really? I thought it was both. I thought... I could be wrong. Well, we can have a walk around anyway.
Yeah. I mean,
Who knows? Maybe we will.
maybe there's a way to discern.
Yeah. Oh, wow.
These are really nice.
Yeah.
These are. Let's see.
Whoa.
This it's getting harder to read.
Chad, I think I
So
see a ghost
Phillips, but not your Phillips.
in the background.
I'm gonna assume mine's a bit more
The loving
simplistic.
memory of Paul.
I wish that. I like that they have the plots,
Do you
but they
see
don't
it?
tell you the numbers.
Yeah.
Idris Manuel.
I wonder how big this area is as well.
Do you see it?
I imagine it wouldn't have been kept like cleaned often. It's
That's
no
the
family
fear,
members,
right?
Yeah. So we're looking for an older one, probably.
Probably. And there's no indication on the grounds or anything?
Maybe dates? Are they laid out by date?
Doesn't seem so.
No, because some of these are like 1985.
If I was a
and then there's-
necromancer, this would be a fantastic place for having a gacha unboxing stream, nodders.
Oh my god! Gotcha unboxing street. Whoa. Why is that grave like that?
My God.
We are not going to be able to...
This actually is uniquely unorganized for a graveyard.
Wow. I thought we would probably be able to find this. I thought it was a small graveyard. This is very... And there's no numbers.
Holy
Well
shit,
then.
this is the big ass
even-
graveyard.
Pathways. It's just kind of seemingly somewhat haphazard.
How do you even,
guess the
how
other
do you
thing
even
is if you
find
know
people
where your
here?
relative's buried, you can just kind of, walk at the feet of the
Yeah,
plots and the cross, right?
Well, let's go to the high ground and see the
Yeah.
breadth of its.
Sure.
This
And
graveyard.
if we can't have any indication, well,
We'll politely, kindly give this to somebody.
you can honour somebody else.
To Stuart Lancelot.
If we get close enough. That's a phenomenal name.
Stuart Lancelot. Yeah, it's very nice. The hills.
Bam, bam, ba, ba, bam, 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 ba, bam, bam.
Is it easier if I just hold it? Yeah, I can see the struggle.
Some of these are dilapidating a little bit. Or
Yeah.
knocked over.
No, it's... I mean, it's full of upkeep, right? To have to go and show some respect at times. And there's not... I feel like there's not really a tradition often, right?
Yeah, but it seems like they spent a fair amount on the tombstones.
Yeah.
Tombstone,
Might be a
tombstone.
bit bumpy, chat. I'm holding an umbrella with the camera. Oh, Ian looks up stuff.
Well, face down.
It's... Yeah, wow, this is kind of
What about that danger tape around one of the graves earlier?
Yeah, how does that happen?
Yeah. Wow, what a view there.
Oh.
I dare say it might be hard to find.
Yeah, and some of these, unfortunately, some of these graves are not even legible. There's nothing, you can't even read the graves a lot of
I
them.
mean,
It almost seems
It's a shame
like an
there's no-
artistic choice. If you look over the valley, it's unfortunate, but a lot of these graves are either tilting or backwards or up or down.
Yeah,
I mean, land.
yeah. I mean, it's
The land.
that's a shame. I thought because there was
The
markings on the
land, the land.
census data, I thought there would be some kind of marking roughly, but unfortunately there isn't. So I doubt we'll be able to find it. And at this point, it's
all the
probably
way
oh
to
yeah, the wall. Yeah.
castle wall thing over there.
They did send like a rough X on a map, but it's way bigger than I thought it would be.
So they now are.
Okay.
With this one,
Yeah. And then
not these four, right? So-
no,
okay.
maybe it's in. Actually,
Previous.
oh, it's one of these maps. Yeah. So there's
You'd have to find a groundskeeper, they're saying. Yeah. that's what-
yeah we
I
yeah.
think he might have taken the decade
Oh,
off.
here it is. No, that's not, is it? No, that's right, that's different. Okay. Yeah, I did have a map, but it was very like, I remember it was like a circle and 3 X's near the edges. Nothing like it would even help us.
This is, I mean, is this not generational Welsh experience? We're standing in the rain with flowers,
Yeah, we got kicked out of a building and then we try and find your...
grave, and
You come all the way from America and Japan and...
Yeah.
can't find it.
Oh my
well,
god.
I mean, this is
tried.
still culturally enriching.
But, I mean, this is where your
Chat,
relatives are
it's the
buried. I mean,
perfect.
this is
It's the
where
perfect.
they were laid to
Somewhere.
rest.
The perfect.
Somewhere.
Presumably.
This is truly a British moment. You're like, I take you all the way here and then don't do the rest. I'm like, nah, just enjoy it.
And it's raining.
But, you know, still a colossal. Great.
Yeah, it's
Chat,
like,
why?
and there's no
Right.
uniformity to it. This especially is striking to me. It just has several leaning in every direction. It almost, you know,
Why?
in a very like strange way, it's almost like an Elden Ring kind of zone. It's weird. But I won't be able to find my ancestors, but oh wait, maybe that sign has a number on it. Maybe it says R58. Yep, might as well. And that's behind sanctuary. Wrong.
Bro, why?
I think, yeah, if I'd rather have some kind of indication of what I enjoy or something like that.
Beer.
It would probably be a beer and a monkey or something. Well, I think it's because they're mixing all the blocks. But they're probably going to uniformity to where. It's very beautiful. That's the church. The church we came in, there might be someone in there. You should know. Probably go
Why?
see. So I might tell us.
And friends drink milk at the same time.
Walking down the street. Okay, well, I'm walking at the same time. Do it now.
Give me a countdown when you're about to take the
Who's
sip.
calling? God.
I'm gonna take the
Please
sip
tell
right
me
now.
where it is.
Give me a countdown.
It's very unfortunate, but yeah, I
go here.
I guess because you would probably be like all the way past down, but not trying to be like, oh, I know. Yeah, okay.
Well, so
this umbrella is tiny. Yeah, so my parents' umbrella.
It's always a pleasure
dog.
playing with you, Mouse.
It's just weird.
There's nothing I enjoy
Umbrella.
more.
Paul's got the storm suit. Keep joking about it. If there's no markings, dig it up and check. I don't think that's what we're here to do, check.
some people have been doing that already by the looks of some of these. I wonder what the
I wonder-
oldest one here is.
Yeah, that's a good question. Probably when it opened, right?
Yeah.
I remember when I looked at the map of it, it was on one of the edges, but I have no idea which edge it was.
Did the map show a church on it as well? Because that's a good.
No, it didn't. It just had like a circle with 4 X's on it. I don't know how that person found it out.
That is old, yeah. Beautiful path.
Yeah, I mean this is beautiful. I don't think I want a grave. I think I've been paying like rent my entire life. I think I'll just throw me in like the ocean, you know.
Well, they're normally cremated these days.
Yeah, I think that sounds pretty good.
I saw someone do a cremation and then scatter the ashes and skydive. Oh, that's pretty cool.
I mean, that's pretty cool. I'm just imagining like you open the lid, and it just goes in your face.
Well, it was 4 people around a bag.
Yeah. I think you'd have to like plan that out a bit how you're going to release it.
Well, clearly the van gang.
The van gang.
If I go
my
first,
ashes van gang.
throw my ashes into the sky.
I mean, the church looks really cool. So have a look at the church though.
Oh my
Yeah,
God,
it's
you're
like
so
better
right.
angles.
Again, like
You're
I
so
didn't appreciate
right. You're so
kind of
right.
and stuff when I wasn't here. And now that I left, you kind of do miss some of it.
As I part the seas, peeling back the time, there's a part of me that gets pulled back inside. As I look below, iris painted black.
Oh my God.
You call to me, and still I answer back. Feel your heart beat still. Your eyes from below. Every time the water's still, it's swallowing me whole. I hear you when I whisper. I see you when I close my eyes. Feel you when I tremble. When I put my back down. I hear you when I whisper. I see you when I close my eyes.
We're brothers then. We're brothers.
Bro, this song's a banger.
I mean, it's a nice plot to look over the hills of Wales, but I would think it's one of these obviously kind of new ones. You'd have to go to the weird cross ones maybe.
Whoa, there's so much words on the
Curious
tombstone.
about that. Which style indicates what? Like what?
That's like a whole
why
essay
some of them
on
is
there.
Like a pure cross, and some of
What
them are
the-
like cross with the circle.
I don't know.
Maybe some experts in chat can let
There's
us
a
know
whole
what the
essay
difference
written
is,
on
'cause
there.
I'm curious.
Although Martin Mansfield, his tombstone is in remarkable shape. He died in 1881.
What if it's Catholic and Roman? Maybe.
And there's flowers still being must have been someone of great significance to have Tombstone like that.
It reminds you of the sound from Lost Boys.
It's like his
Are you
whole-
talking about Cry Little Sister?
Maybe
Cry
it's,
Little
what
Sister.
do you call it? Like a
Cry
memorial
for your
for
brother.
Yeah. I think it keeps going down as well.
The one thing I know is that when Ian sets his mind to something, I'm sure we'll find the
That song is
reason.
such a banger too.
So his mum is calling him and helping him figure out using online tools.
That's very sweet.
That electric guitar in this
She's
song,
quite
the one
interested
that
in
goes
lineages as well, and so she moved
I
to a
love that.
place in Suffolk
I love it.
simply because she found a grave of.
Oh, wow.
Oh, not simply because.
There's also Greg's there. Okay?
Yeah,
Let's-
in part because her
Right.
family once lived there, and
Yeah.
she's still the caretaker at like the local cemetery and
that's
church.
There's a monster I
Does
don't
the
have
upkeep.
Lost
She's
Boys
very
coming out.
sweet.
You're lying.
And,
Don't fucking lie to me.
I'd love
Are you
to
for
meet
real?
you, Ian's mum one day. You sound like that.
But this is quite the challenge. I'll tell you what. I'll let you hold these for a second.
Yeah.
As I'm gonna go check
Yeah, go ahead, go ahead.
the crosses up there and see if we can find.
Examine. Which way? Let's go this way. Visually, very good. Let me have a look. Oh, good. Shut up.
Do you need chat? Have you got it on your phone?
I've got it on my phone actually. Well, wait. I'm sure Ian will decide how much time to spend and when to call it quits.
Sea Dog is coming for another mum.
No.
Is this reputation you've
No,
started?
that's not true. That's not true. That's not true. Oh my god,
Where are we going to bury Connor? That's Chris in chat.
when are we going to bury me?
Where?
Where? Ooh. I don't know. Honestly, just kind of, just throw my ashes somewhere. I don't really need much
Okay.
about it.
He's saying he wants a gold mega marble gravestone.
He wants like a Trump Tower gravestone.
He wants that one from Only Fools and Horses where it's like luminous paint that glows in the
He wants to
dark
glow
at
in the
night.
dark. He'll have the like danger written all over it. Do not resurrect. Okay.
The pyramid with
You want to
He
be
doesn't
turned
need
into
more-
a
he doesn't need more
life-size
monuments.
dancing Halloween skeleton?
I think he said enough monuments. Is it this place where we were?
What were the names we were looking for again?
Whoa.
Phillips. It was his great grandma is buried here, and great granddad, I think. I forgot the name actually already. Ian's got all the information
Yeah.
on his phone, I believe. And I'm
I
trying to.
want a TV screen strapped to my headstone playing Wacky Weekend.
That'd be quite a good one, wouldn't it? That'd be quite a good one.
Put my ashes in pepper spray and hunt down people I don't like and get them.
Wait,
What the fuck?
check. I'm just holding on to flowers now, aren't I?
Hmm.
Chat though, what?
Alright. Sorry, I'm just checking everything and
What the fuck?
seeing what's going on. Okay.
When the water
Alright,
goes.
I'm sure Ian will find a way. So I'm getting chat now, so I can see what everyone's saying. Although I'm sure Paul will tell me the highlights. He will tell me the highlights.
He said R3 to 58.
Oh, sorry. Okay. Alright, hold on.
Is this foreshadowing for Connor with the flowers?
What do you mean?
What does that mean?
What is foreshadowing for what? What am I doing?
Huh?
Just a gravestone of him torturing Connor. Chris's, yeah, that sounds about right. Connor's headstone just says Mr. Beast. Chris thinks this is the most Welsh scene ever. Oh,
This is very Welsh. Sorry, I'm trying a quick
This is British
text. Sorry, I'm
sitcom,
trying to
mate,
sort some
what
other
is
things out. Because I've sorted everything out for this trip, and I've had to text and email everyone, and it's kind of a lot to do while you're streaming and trying to keep track of all of it.
oh, cross with a circle is a Celtic cross.
I think I'd know that, but I didn't. That's alright.
Morning, Taz. Dark Timeline, Connor. at cameraman Paul. The weather fits the location perfectly. I agree. Lovely SMR.
All right. Well,
Tuning into Connor standing in a Welsh graveyard in the rain is the scene I never knew I needed. Chris.
well, there you go. Yeah, that's it.
Wow.
So we can, yeah. Well, I guess we'll hopefully wrangle Pete, and we'll go and get him. We'll head off to our next location. So
He went
it
up that
isn't.
way, Ian.
Oh.
Yeah, he went this way up here.
Should we shout? Pete!
Okay.
Oh, he's coming down. Okay. All right. Should we get the car ready?
Yeah.
Wonderful stuff. So yeah, unfortunately, we couldn't find the exact grave. To be honest, I thought because we had the map, we could be able to find it, but I did not realise how large this place was. And also, my map was a literal. I remember what it was because I don't know where. I need to find the file, but it was a white circle of this graveyard, and there's the roads around it. But there was just 3 red X's, and the circle looked small. Like I thought it was like 100 graves from the map that I was given. So I should have done my research and checked further, but obviously things
It
happen.
happens. It happens.
But you know, at the end of the day, I hope that Pete, you know, at least felt some kind of connection to his family, knowing that you know they lie here.
Yeah.
And I imagine that's quite powerful. I think I've only ever been to like one graveyard for one of my family members. Actually, I
Really?
don't think I've.
You're still young.
It's depressing, I thought, isn't it? It'll
Yeah.
become more commonplace. Although the way I drink, I might go first. I think
I'll beat you there.
I
mate.
think, well, it's a competition, I think. It's a speed run of all 3 of us. Me, you, or Pete. He's going to keep the bucket first. We'll see who gets there.
I think Pete's already picking his place. Where is he?
That ties really well into our next thing that we're doing later on as well, which I'll tell you about later.
What are they gonna do next?
But beautiful graveyard. I do think, yeah, it's got like an undeniable aesthetic. It makes so much sense why so much of like pop culture and stuff is kind of set graveyards. And he's gone.
Bloodborne.
Taken by the graves.
Yeah,
Oh,
he's
okay, boss.
talking.
How you feeling?
No luck.
Would you like to give these flowers to
Yeah.
the grave of your choosing?
A kind soul.
Oh. Well, that's kind.
Maybe a name that speaks to you.
There was a guy up there named Mordecai, which was cool.
That's actually that's a sick character.
Sick name.
Mordecai.
Let's see
that's
if
a
we can
cool
find
name.
anything that, well, somebody. What speaks to me?
Was it Phyllis?
These are probably quite. I think this is a whole new edition over here. Well, I'll give it to this one right over here. Good shout. All right, Paul. Let's go drop this by this. There's a nice. Well, it's a little hard to make out, but I feel like, you know, they're gone, but they are not forgotten. So, to Lewis and Sarah Ann and to Ronald, who unfortunately I couldn't find your exact tombstone.
Aw.
Let this be a reminder from Connor, Paul, Ian, and myself that we very much appreciate everything that you did, and rest in peace. I'm sorry we couldn't find the exact grave, but this is a very touching moment that you guys went all the way out here just so we could do that. Thank you very much. That was very sweet. I wish I could have met some of these fine folks, but this will have to do. Just, well, wow.
Aww.
Shame that, but I think they led quite interesting lives, and I know that my grandmother spoke of her family all the time.
What if all of a
She was
sudden
part
the,
of the Mitherton
ground
Express.
starts shaking
No,
and an
weekly-
Elden Ring boss
weekly
comes
notes,
out from
but
underneath
let's
the
get out of this
ground?
rain and thank you very much.
Roar!
Say she must,
I don't think they spoke Japanese.
I'm sorry.
I didn't. They might have. No.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Intrusive thoughts. I don't process grief well, okay? I don't know how to process grief. I have to make a joke.
I wonder where their grave is. Sadly, some of the graves have been fallen down, and you can trip over them even in the high
sure.
weeds and grass.
I'll give you a hug, but my hands are full.
That's all right.
No, not the caca eater.
All right.
Cheers, mate. Apologies
Sorry
we
about
couldn't find the Phillips. Thanks for getting flowers. I really appreciate that.
Aww.
I'm
Sure,
sure
we could
That was
find it.
sweet.
Sarah, Lewis, and Ronald.
I'm sorry I talked
knows the
about an
last time they
Elden
were
Ring
visited?
ball coming out from
Either
under
by
the
accident
ground.
or by choice. Like somebody got some nice flowers though, so we contributed.
Yeah.
This seems like a new addition to the whole plot.
I imagine this probably wasn't like used until they needed the space, right?
Yeah, I went up the hill there. It goes so far back. There's like a whole other parking entrance that you
Oh
come
my
in,
gosh.
and there's 2 other cars back there. And I
Alright.
thought, okay,
Well, let's go to the next area.
the next one.
Well, let's do some fancy
That was wonderful. It's okay, someone will make an angry tweet about. I'm sure somebody will make an angry tweet about it, or somebody will post about it on Reddit. The Ironmouse is so terrible. Blah
Yeah, I need
blah
someone to take the
blah.
umbrella.
Oh, yes.
Thank you.
The power of the...
Ironmouse does not respect things.
Well, hello there.
Are you going that side?
Yeah, we're here. So...
I bet if you were to ask those ghosts if they would want to play some Elden Ring, they'd say yes.
Oh. Pocket. Hello, chef.
Nothing but a little touch of rain.
Yeah.
Elden Ring.
This is honestly not awful for Wales.
Really? This is peak.
This is this is definitely not the worst we get.
Well,
There'll be like rain where you like literally can't like open
Yeah,
your eyes.
maybe somebody can
without
find his family
having to, like,
later.
immediately close it.
Really?
Yeah.
It's
I'm
that
sure
bad.
Anyone of the viewers can tell you. But yeah, so that was from your great grandma.
Isn't that actually quite insane? So they must have passed in the 40s,
I can tell you.
50s maybe.
And then Ronald, your great uncle, that would have been.
Yeah.
He was buried there in '91.
I might have.
And
So maybe the last,
Maybe I think I went too old on the tombstone. I was like
well, no,
18.
But obviously, it was his parents as well.
Yeah. But I think if they were like in the 50s, some of those were relatively new.
It's,
50s, 20s, 30s. Wow.
Wow.
That was very cool.
1991, and then Sarah Ann Phillips was buried there in 1967.
67.
And Louis Phillips was buried there in 1954.
Oh wow! So their gravestones might have been one of the new
70
years.
I think I chose one from like 12.
1800.
Yeah.
12.
It was. So I thought they were a little older,
It was fascinating. And now we'll go in our next part. We'll go and see a bit about where Betty would have lived, worked, and then that location.
So we didn't. That was okay. That's John Street.
Oh, not work. Sorry, lived. Yeah, John Street.
Huh.
Well, John Street doesn't exist today.
It's gone.
So a lot of I don't know why this ended up happening. Maybe someone who's an expert in this stuff can tell me. But I guess a lot of the street names often get changed and used for different things. Sometimes names swap. It's really bizarre.
The street where Betty was born was called that.
Okay. Nantgwyneth.
And it's now called
Llwyndic. Penderyn.
What dick?
Spotted.
And then she grew up on
John Street.
Which is now called
Jake Street.
Aberdare.
Dare Road. And where she went to school, the school's no longer there, but there is a road called Close.
Okay.
And it's all within walking distance.
Yeah, well, we'll go and check it out.
We're just trying to
see, and then we can compare pictures because we do have some pictures of what it used to look like.
We do.
Yeah, so we can compare the pictures of 70, 80 years ago, Or, no, sorry, 100
years ago.
Sorry. To now.
Unbelievable. Did you guys, even though it was a little bit of rain and, mission failed successfully, I feel like, still, did you guys enjoy today's very different than the festival? We got to go to...
It's been a good day.
This is very much the Pete day,
Very
so it's going to be a
comfy,
little
cozy
rainier.
Pete day.
It's going to be a little grubbier, a little muddier.
We got to have a little bit of darkness.
I think it's really interesting.
It was interesting. Oh, sorry. Yeah. I think it's fitting that on a day that we discuss lineages, people who are no longer here, it rains, gives us all the gloom.
It is quite fitting.
And
What a
Medfordville
journey. What a
is
journey.
considered one of the rougher places in Wales nowadays. I wonder if it was back then.
Well, I mean, in 1930, like I said, the king said,
He was like, "Oh, my
something
shit."
must be done for these people. He
probably all-
might have stepped into any one of these streets, but
Yeah,
like,
we've had to chain down the car every time we get out, because otherwise the wheels would be gone.
I just can't believe that he said that. And then they started an initiative, and those are like literally my great grandparents. Something must be done for these people.
Yes.
Sorry, 1 second.
Wow, what a really! I've never seen a graveyard quite like that. Oh dear.
Okay, so we got, it's because there's a John Street down Trey Harris, so they renamed it for postal reasons.
There is still a John.
What's the time
Street.
difference from Japan
It's
and
not the
Wales?
one, but
There's two John
Isn't that
Streets.
crazy?
Because I think, sorry, being back to Dr. Box Betty. She
Yeah, we're going
lived
to
at-
dogs Betty. We're live.
she lived at
It's
number
11
15
a.m.
John
over
Street,
there,
and the current
right
John
now.
Street has 4 houses.
What?
So it was House 50
It's
was the
11
original
a.m.
postage.
over there,
Wow.
and in Japan it will be 7 p.m. right now.
It's probably a mix of things like development, probably.
House is long gone, I would assume.
Yeah.
All of these
All
places we're talking about.
The school, the house.
The only thing that would have made it was the museum that we just went to, and that would have been obviously there. As not as a museum, but as a
Place of employment.
that's where the family who owned all the on that side.
Huh. That's. I wonder what.
I'm
Should
sleepy.
have hired Julie. Julie could have ripped up a storm about that. But
Yeah.
she would have doxed your Betty instantly. Oh, Betty, yeah, I know where our house is.
Oh, sure, Betty.
I've got a couple of bricks. I know she's Irish now.
Oh, Lord, I must laugh. She was a pretty interesting gal. I wonder if where 50 John Street was is now just like it's like a
We'll go see it.
decathlon or
We'll
something.
go see it.
Do we know what's in its place?
Yes.
Uh-oh. I hope it's something fitting. It's not like shoe repair. Well, that'd be fitting, actually. If it's a laundromat, I'll be a little disappointed.
Laundromat? No.
What would the worst possible scenario be? Like,
Well, yeah, I don't know. Well, I mean, I think seeing anything not be there anymore is always quite sad, especially when things tend to last quite a long time in the UK. So
True.
When something gets demolished, you're kind of like, that sucks, but...
I hope it's a restaurant like the Codfather or the Magic Walk or whatever it was we passed.
Codfather?
The Codfather, yeah.
The Codfather.
Or just some sort of place to eat and be merry.
I'm sleepy.
These men aren't even working. He's literally kicking a rock. He's kicking it back and forth. Something must be done for these people.
Who said
That's
cockfather?
what
What
you'll
the
be saying
fuck?
today. When
It's my favorite quote. I can't believe the king came here and was so horrified. Let me see if I have that. I took a picture of it because I just couldn't believe it.
I think that's when I first saw your Twitch channel. I think I said something along the same line.
He
Something
said,
must be done for this American. Oh, good heavens.
so before the coming of the factories, Merthyr Tydfil had been officially listed a depressed area.
Wow.
What the fuck?
Officially listed.
The press area.
That's depressed. Because of the decline of coal, iron, and steel. In 1936, King Edward VIII visited the dismantled remains of the great Dowlais works. Horrified with the poverty he witnesses, he proclaimed, "Something must be done for these people." Before the outbreak of the Second World War, the British government created a number of acts to attract new businesses to development areas that have been dependent on heavy industries and have been hard hit by unemployment.
I'm sleepy.
Unbelievable.
I wonder how much it helped. Or-
It says that in
Why does Connor
1939,
look like
4
a
new
Welsh
firms had
fisherman
come to Merthyr
with the
Tydfil.
hat and the mustache?
Kaiser Bonder, Hall Telephones, and Welsh products. Factories had become a symbol of hope. Boy, that is bleak. The local factory is a
Does look
beacon
like a
of hope.
fisherman.
Well, and as I was telling you, right, like Port Talbot, really famous for factories, and they had the Banksy that obviously made an art piece kind of
Fisherman.
criticizing well, not criticizing, but kind of, it was a picture of a girl who was, like, had her mouth open, like for the snow that was falling, and then the other side
He
of the
looks like
wall was
Nigel
a garbage
Thornberry.
on fire, emitting the flakes. Like a poignant.
Banks is buzzword.
That's really cool, though. That's quite
It's
poignant.
kind of like, yeah, it's poignant. You know, kind of obviously mentioned that, like, yeah, these factories are necessary, but how necessary? Should our reliance on them be really pushed?
Do you know anything of the Teddington's aircraft controls?
No.
Okay. Do you know of Kefin Coed?
No, I wouldn't know anything about it.
You know Hoover?
I know Hoover, yeah.
So that was the big, and Thorn Electrical Industries. Those were the big, and the Lines Brothers. So those 5 big
I wanna
additions.
sleep. I want to sleep. I want to sleep, and I am sleepy.
Well, we're not too far from where Betty would have been.
Sleepy sleep.
Walk these roads.
What's crazy to me is that there are probably some aspects that haven't changed, and there are probably some things that look
I want to
completely different.
sleep.
And it's always so hard to know which is which.
Sleepy.
Yeah, it's true. The miners of Medri gather in the Institute, this crumbling echo of a marvelous, pulsing past, sad and seedy now, is their last link with the days when they worked together. Boy, the miners really loved their industry. That was like really did bring them all together. It's sad and seedy and depressed, officially listed.
Officially. I'm going to use that for now. Is this an officially listed depressed place?
This one's Rumford would be officially listed as sad and seedy. Basildon, armed and dangerous.
I think most places in the UK would qualify.
Depressed though, my God.
I think a relative term of depression quite rapidly in the UK.
Someone said you look like Robert Pattinson in The Lighthouse.
Deranged?
I think it's that and moustache. I would do for the summer mode if I had it back.
Oh wow.
Oh, Dad. It's just a horse and carriage going past.
That was just a casual horse and carriage.
Oh dear.
You sons of bitches!
The old school. Georgetown girls. I do not think she was a Hoya.
What's a Hoya?
Georgetown's a famous university outside of DC, and they're the Hoyas.
Do you know that because of basketball? Ian?
He does.
He only knows American law.
Patrick Ewing played there under John Thompson. Yeah, see. Ian and I know our basketball. Great game invented by the Scots. If I'm not mistaken.
Is it actually?
No.
God,
it was invented by Naismith, an American.
Oh, really?
How could you make that mistake?
Naismith was
Damn it. Damn it all.
Wow. Got it doubly wrong.
Well, he was... Canada is America.
Oh, shit.
It is North America, specifically.
really anywhere to park around. Yeah, there is a couple of those up there.
Please don't let it be that bar called Insomnia. Don't let that be old Betty's home.
We want to walk up that road, basically. So nice.
I want to see the home, and then I'm going to sleep. I want to see the home.
Well, my dreams of royalty were quickly dashed today. My good name's been run out of this town.
I don't think there's anything to claim here. I mean, even if you were royalty, what would you take? What would your claim be? I'll have the fish and chip shop.
It's not a bad take.
Better than a depression.
Yeah. You've officially listed me as depressed.
Well,
you were supposed to help me out on my...
do I have news for you?
Is that generational Welsh? I feel like it's all becoming clear now. I like this comment. Generational whelp.
That's pretty accurate.
Yep, that's about right.
Generational whelp.
Yep.
What? No, Dre. What the heck? No, Dre, thank you so much for the raid. I hope you had a great stream. Thank you for the raid. Sorry, we're just... We're watching a heist movie.
Whoosh.
This fisherman, he kidnapped this man. This fisherman kidnapped a man and is taking him for a ride through the
I think
streets
this
of
has been a
Wales.
very enjoyable day for me, though. Thank you.
And they're gonna rob the crown jewels.
Alright. That's probably right, yeah.
Connor is beating,
All
giving
right.
bank robber. Right? Bank robber
Off we go.
or fisherman?
Fun
What do
learning
you
about
think?
everything so far?
What do you think?
It's been actually, to me, extremely interesting. I never ever would have had this opportunity without this. I'm glad we
see
get
the
to share
vision.
it with
I
those
see
who
the
might
vision
also
too.
share an interest in it.
I mean, you know, not a
Thanksgiving fisherman,
No, it's
bank robber. Think about it like
Always
this.
chat there with me.
Fisherman gets tired of his
Welcome
life
to Generational Wealth.
and decides to rob a
whelp
bank.
with this rain. Yeah, I mean, easily a whelp moment.
Oh,
But we make do.
He wants to
make do.
end his time at
sprayed the
sea.
water right in my
We make
face
do.
as you opened it. I got a nice
Does Connor look
cemetery
like Nigel
shot of you
Thornberry?
guys.
You did.
Kind of. It was.
I mean,
You see this right here? You guys are down there under umbrellas. It's quite cool though.
Yes, he
it's
does.
I'm always talking right because
But
some
wearing
things are so like,
hair
visually
practices
cool, and it's like
Forced him into a life of
Then you're like,
crime.
oh, it's also
True.
We gotta fix this whole
True.
face issue.
you look like Jeff the
Well.
Killer on these pictures. I look like a neutron star collapsing. What the fuck is that?
What?
You gotta show chat again. That's
I
so
might have to print this one off. Which one do you like more? This one or this one?
that one. Just like look at my body. You can't even see me. I'm like Dr. Manhattan. I look
You're
fucking
ethereal.
ridiculous. I'm
Ethereal.
He's
fucking
saying he's like
ridiculous.
Oh,
Dr.
I love it.
Manhattan.
That was before
and
we
his
had
wiener
wine.
shines.
Somehow.
What the fuck?
Oh,
I was floating after wine yesterday, Chet.
my God, you are.
Shiny wiener. Doesn't Dr.
Jeff the
Manhattan have
Killer.
a blue wiener?
I think that's right. I may have left the flowers, sadly. I couldn't read it. Oh, that was cool. I really liked that cemetery. All right, let me put this in my pocket.
Shall we?
Oh, yeah.
Someone had to draw that, you know. Someone had to animate that. Someone sculpted a blue wiener and CGI'd it into a film.
Shall we? Gentlemen? Bit of a short walk. Shouldn't be long. 34-minute walk. Just around the corner. Alright, yeah.
They modeled it in
This way?
great detail.
All good. Do you want the other umbrella? Is it there? I don't
It
know.
might be in the back on the floor.
My God, did
Your hair
I?
looks windswept.
It's quite.
People make wieners
wretched,
all the
isn't
time.
it?
True.
No, I would never just use that word to
Is the
describe
hair
you.
on point today?
Looks phenomenal.
Name was
Officially
Dave
listed
Gibbons
as
and he did an
windswept.
amazing job. What the?
Depressed and windswept.
It was
Generational whelp is the best comment I've heard all day.
generational whelp.
That's
Well,
those Twitch chatters are funny people when they want to be.
I say collectively they're the funniest person I know.
Yeah, true.
They're also the dumbest.
The unfunniest at times.
Yes.
So.
But like collectively, they are the best of us.
Yeah.
They always have the best comment.
Shall we?
Yeah, let's do it. Okay, there's no way it goes down from so far. We've gotten kicked out of our old employment.
Just over there.
What?
There's a Weatherspoon just over there if you want it to go down drastically.
Spoons.
I'm not funny.
Oh, my God.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
So, do you want to hold this or are you alright?
I think it's not raining that bad.
That's not too bad.
Yeah, it's not that bad.
Oh, sure, cheers.
Well, the pub lunch.
Yeah, there's
no lights in minutes.
Car coming.
Don't want to test. Don't want to test right away.
Alright.
Okay.
What a funny old place.
I like this town. It's not as bad as you made it out to be. Really? Yeah. Oh, I lived in Works. I would say, and you can, if there's anybody from where I'm from in America, Joplin, Carl Junction, Carthage, those towns. Carthage.
Like the ones who fought the Romans.
Maybe. Those places I feel have significantly less to offer on a grander scale. This still seems like a decent place. I mean, I don't know, maybe not.
Well, I mean, if it seems decent, what about it? You know, what's speaking to you?
Like, why do I think so?
Yeah, why?
Well, I still feel like there's the remnants of a community, I guess, and like, I don't know, maybe I've only been here for 2 hours, but people were still nice. There's still some historical parks and places. They've got their nice pubs. Obviously, it's a bit more run down comparatively, and it's a bit spread out, and its best days are behind it, but I think it's still not nearly as dangerous as I expected.
Well, let's start with one second, guys. So this, how you pronounce it, Connor?
Aberdare. Aberdare.
Aberdare Road, formerly John Street.
This is John Street?
This is John Street.
Yeah, this road.
We're gonna
Whoa,
Where's
this is the road?
Where's 50?
It's going to look completely different. It's completely changed.
Yeah.
But I'm going to catch up with you guys in 1 second.
Are you going to the car?
Yeah.
Can you grab my Murder Tidfield book?
Yeah, it's in the back.
Yeah, it's the white one. Wait.
I have here, John Street.
Connor,
This is the street where Betty lived in 1939. Where all these cars are going
I just want to see the house.
It's all gone.
Wait a minute. Where's the 50? But the picture I have of it from 1921, there's like a Boots. There's the Pike's Place Fish Market or whatever. It was all here. Now it's an oak.
Yeah, it's gone.
Where is it?
It's been 100 years, man.
Well, this shit's still there. They have Dylan James performing, which is cool. We're only here for the crack. What's the crack?
The crack.
What? The crack?
That's like what's the crack? It's an Irish saying for like what's good.
Yeah.
Oh.
So this is now obviously known as Aberdare Road. It's the heart of Merthyr's working class neighbourhood. So there are houses there. So like you walk up the road.
I'll just choose one randomly that I'll claim as petty. It's a CBD store. That's terrible.
What the heck?
Do that?
CBD store.
Things have changed.
Oh shit!
Oh my God, the weed
Let's
of
go buy some
crime bears
CBD.
bitter fruit.
What would they say now?
Woo!
Your ancestors.
They'd probably indulge. Everything I've learned.
A little bit less depressed with that.
These are all like newer houses, but they would have been along around this road. Like, and as it says from the person who is like the expert in this area, they're telling us the houses were simple, small, and overcrowded, typically for families working in the coal mine and ironworks. But he would have spent many of her earlier years here, experiencing life as part of the community that helped build Merthyr's industrial strengths. And I imagine that, like, if you lived here in what would have been, like, overcrowded, that sense of community was probably all that, like, was keeping you going. So Betty probably would have walked, down the street. Obviously, we wouldn't look like this.
Hit by a lorry.
Moving 15 billion tons of coal. But yeah, we would have been around here.
But imagine how ironic it's that right there's a place that says Medivet, always there.
Except
for the actual things that we need to be here. Unbelievable. But I mean, this to me is already nicer than a lot of the places that I grew up in.
I mean, these are like new houses. These are fancy. These are probably like 30, 40 years old tops. Like,
Not 100?
No. But the thing is, like, this wall, these types of walls, the stone laying walls, that high chance that could have been there since
the John Street days.
There's a lot of these stone walls like this that around Wales that are like 200, 300 years old. Because it's really hard to actually build a wall just using stones.
Probably hard to take it down too.
From what I understand, they don't use cement. There's no like it's like placed really like perfectly, and then I think there's some kind of other bonding agents, but it's not like this super strong thing. It's like it is an art, like laying the stone like that.
Probably lost to us now.
I think there's some people who can still repair it and do it, but it's ungodly expensive. Like it's a craft. So let's see what else we have here.
Well, John Street. Betty walked these under the very soil that I now stand. She also played and worked and went to school.
So, I think Ian has them. We do have pictures of this area. What it looked like 100 years ago. And you probably have some.
I have the one that says, you know, from the year she was born.
So we should do a fun comparison.
We'll hold the camera up to the picture and then release it to show you CBD.
So there's only really one thing you can say. Something must be done.
Something must be done for these people.
They did
a lot to them. They took in everything.
Yeah, I mean now it's not, it's not good, great, but fine.
I love generational wealth. It's the most fun I've had in days.
Coal mining town, some of the chat says coal mining towns have gone through a lot. Changed since they closed. South Wales was bombed pretty bad during World War II, so most towns are rebuilt and changed due to that also. My granddad lived in from Liverpool, and the reason why he ended up in Wales is because they sent like kids, like refugee kids to Wales, North Wales.
Just to get out of the war zone?
Yeah, because I think like Liverpool was a port city, so pretty heavily bombed. So any like industrial areas were probably bombed. So it was pretty bad.
I'm learning.
It's not even that long ago, really. 100 years.
But the houses would have been tiny, like really small.
But
like
if you think about it, when I was born in '83, that's still only 50, 60 years prior.
Yeah.
It's not that far.
It probably would have. I don't know. It's hard to say, like, because obviously change is such a gradual thing. So it's hard to say, like, when it would have started, like, losing its kind of visual identity. But, yeah.
So John Street was the one that curves around up here.
What's John Street?
Where the hell did everything go?
Mouse what the fuck?
It's like that hasn't seen development since it burned down or whatever.
Well, you know, in Tokyo, right? Like, you'll see houses that have been abandoned for like 10, 15 years that are completely overtaken by
this shit from
plants, right? Like it's.
Oh yeah, you're right.
Nature works pretty fast.
The pub we like is overtaken by half of the tree.
If you don't build anything, nature will take it back pretty quickly. It doesn't. It isn't a kind mistress.
Well, let there be a reminder to all of humanity that we are guests.
Approaching your location.
And like, when I lived in Swansea University, all the houses there, the old, like, I lived in a really small townhouse, really thick concrete wall, stone walls, but the rooms are tiny.
Approaching your location.
It was like, the internet was terrible. It's not like a fun place to live now, because you're like, wow, this sucks. Like,
all right,
it's cool. So we wait for
Should we? Ian's decided to get a bite to eat really quick. He's like Garth. I'm gonna take a quick lunch break.
I'm gonna go off for an hour, chat.
Here's the picture we got of Jeff the Killer with me and Connor. Do not adjust your ISO. It's just Ian cannot take a picture. Look at that. It's the ghost of Christmas past. His chest is just pale white. Oh, here comes Ian.
There we go.
That's it. Hello. No book. It's all right.
Do we have the iPad? Oh, you have that, right? Yeah, so you can still.
That's all we need. That's okay.
So, what should we go to next, Ian?
So, can we follow up? So,
Yeah.
follow this way up.
Let's go.
We're going up the hill.
Of course we are. We're going to go up John Street. The finest of the CBD oil factories. Well,
I think it's the kind of rain that's just going to get you wet no matter what.
It's tough, isn't it? In some aspects.
yeah.
Yeah, crossover, sure.
We shall.
I was looking at
We
you,
look both ways, don't worry,
a
chat.
tiny little pig.
I look for you. Oh, quick, jump into the lorry.
Well, at least we have this old thing.
I mean, I think these walls look so cool.
They do.
I love these. They look so cool. These,
That's cool.
These are probably... Betty would have seen these.
Old
probably.
architecture.
Had a first date on one of those. Walking home. In love with Junior. Coming home from the toy factory. And life's rich
Oh, wow. So yeah, you can see the like terrace style housing. It's kind of iconic. I was telling like earlier chat, that's Miyazaki, the Overwatch Castle in the Sky. All of those houses in that style were kind of inspired by how the terrace house kind of follows the natural landscape.
It's beautiful.
And he also he was very sympathetic towards the coal miners' strike in the 80s in the UK. And he spoke about it a lot. He felt like they were fighting for a way of life that they deserved.
Who's that?
Miyazaki, he was very sympathetic towards the coal miners' strike in the UK. He felt like it was
I didn't know
important to
that.
like protect that way of life.
About
I mean, it makes sense,
Miyazaki.
right? You
Yeah.
can't just take away an entire city's identity like
Yeah.
they did. And instead of making it like safe and refined and whatever,
Yeah.
they just gave up. They're just like, forget it. And, I mean, look at all of this progress that was made.
Yeah, none of these streets would have existed. These were made
Oh,
up
right.
later. If this was the main street. This was the only street with houses along it. This
What?
This was John Street.
This was the main street?
Imagine there were lots of houses and stuff.
Where's the boots?
That page from across that said John Street was probably right here.
Oh yeah,
It's a little night rain never hurt. I don't know. I don't think you will understand. If I were to be out in that rain, I'd get pneumonia and die. But I love it.
This is
I love
John
that
Street.
weather.
This used to have
Give
stuff.
me pneumonia. Kill me.
yeah. I mean, there probably would have been loads of stuff here.
Strike me down, lung
Yeah,
disease.
it doesn't take long for nature to take over if you leave it.
101 years ago. That might be Betty's old
Do an umbrella form. Oh, okay.
Finally, a right proper umbrella, not that
Betty's
small
old
shit
jacket.
you had before.
Broken off the side. You see that? I was also missing the rear view.
Oh, is it?
All right, so we have the bus station, Georgetown Shopping Center. Maybe this was a remnant too, like this little.
It might have been. Yeah.
So this was...
I brought it down.
This is John Street, where Becky grew up.
And was born.
And sorry, was born. The street she grew up on. No, sorry, John Street where she grew up. She was born on this street.
Oh yeah, there it is. Yeah.
So in
Is there still a hospital?
Oh. We don't need a hospital for a Phillips.
Wow.
That's crazy. We're getting all the houses different when they change.
Eagles version.
Oh my God.
Country
Of course it has to be a rainy day.
A somber day.
Hey, wait, that's the street you mentioned.
Yeah, showing Dick Pandarin.
This is the
Well,
street
I
she
mean, my
lived on
bedroom.
for most all of her life. Until she moved
Say it
to
again.
To Joplin.
Joplin,
again.
Missouri.
Or Garysville, whatever. My God, what happened to it?
Your favorite meow cover?
Something must be done for these people.
You don't think much of it, or?
I love it, but it's like, it's gone.
Let's keep walking down.
Yeah, I mean, this looks old though.
You know what though? I actually quite like this street. I would.
Church behind there. Sorry, I didn't see that.
Maybe that was
Might
So
have gone
what-
to that church.
Oh wow.
I mean, I imagine that church is
Yeah,
definitely been
again.
there since
The reason it's called John Street is because that was
St. John.
the Baptist.
Ah, well done. But you know what? This is a very charming street. I wouldn't mind living on
When
this.
I look at Pete and Connor, I can't help but think something must be done for these people. What?
Families reach pageantry like this.
No, I don't. I never thought to look.
We should do generational Welsh.
If you do a sequel, we'll do mine. And then I can't wait to get my royal palace and.
Oh boy. I
I
will hire a geologist, as you called them. We'll find which rock you were born under.
I genuinely think some of my relatives were like thieves.
I'm not so certain that mine weren't. So we'll figure that out.
That I
Oh
am
my
so
God.
sleepy. I want to
I think this is,
rest
I like
my
this street. It's
head.
quite charming.
I wanna
I would
lay
love
back
to live on a
and
street like
sleep
this.
and
Anyway.
close
Yeah.
my
You
eyes.
get your cool little.
I'm so sleepy.
I like how you can these little parking garage. That's
I'm
terrifying.
so sleepy.
And then it does. But then the left, you've got this nice lush greenery.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like hills. I like.
You're way more optimistic
eat.
about this than most British people would be.
I think this is a nice
Dad,
street.
I
Nice
love you.
neighborhood.
I'm gonna go eat now. Thank you for spending 11 hours of your time with me. I appreciate it. I'm gonna raid Connor. Continue to enjoy the generational Welsh.
Oh,
It was one of
And
the.
I'll be back for another
It was one of these
stream
that she lived
again.
along,
wow.
Later.
around this bend here.
Oh yeah, I do remember seeing that on the Google Maps. They sent
See
it.
you
Do you see
later,
that little cat,
bros.
though?
Do you reckon that's an omen?
He looks quite angry.
That's crazy to think that she would have gone through here so many times.
Wow. Born into the hard life of America.
Bye-bye.
And now there's a Pokemon up in
I'll
the
see
window.
you later.
We can keep going up a little bit because there's something else up.
Okay.
Look at that.
I'll see you later.
What a beautiful kitty. Huh?
That cat's got more dexterity than me.
It's a Khajiit.
Meow, meow, meow.
Hey, puppy.
Meow, 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 meow.
Wow, so that was where she was born. Now it's a- Oh, Liz. Boy, he just gave birth to her in some
Just some random